Hey everybody, what is going on? It's another Friday night, and I'm here on the IE Podcast. I'm your host Dante, aka Dark Joker Zen. Hope you all had a great week. Hope you all are doing well. Um, yes, we are in December 12th of 2025, the last episode of 2025, and it's a little bit surreal that this is all going to be ending come next month. It's been a great ride. It's been 7 years of doing this. It's been fun. It really has. Had many great guests, many great co-hosts. Um, I can't say enough about it. It's been a good time. I hate to end it like this in January. Not now, not today. I'm just saying in January. But it's as life goes on, things change. So what's going on, Dom? No, I'm not trying to steal John Cena's thunder. I think I'm down here with John, like to John Cena. John Cena is like off the screen somewhere else. Um, but yeah, what's going on? Sorry. uh, but yeah, this is it. Man, oh man, videos will still go up during 2026. Not a bunch lives, but there will be a couple videos throughout the year. And after the last show, I'll be taking sabbatical on social media. So no Instagram, no Facebook. Admin's been doing a great job on Facebook. The Facebook group's been amazing. Uh, have not had to punish or ban anybody or have to like say, hey, can't do that here. Which is awesome. Like I as somebody who helped create that group and made it possible, like like I can proudly say like I've had no trouble in our Facebook group, and I thank it all to you. You all have been amazing. You all have been great. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and one of you who watched, who stayed through the 7 years and hung out with me every Friday night through the ups and downs, the trials and tribulations, I should say. Um, but yeah, to me, I am grateful and thankful for you, and I appreciate everything that you've done for me. Um, yeah, I'm not. I know the words because then I'll start choking up and I'll start crying and then it'll get emotional. And I don't want to be Carl Thomas and be emotional. Uh, but if you are here, go check out the new shirt that Chris Jones made us. Back up a little bit here. We buy together. We're both together. Hold on, let me see if I can get Toy Community for Life. So check it out. It is on the website. It's a fun little shirt. Shout out to Chris Jones. He helped with the design. He did the design for it. I came up with the idea for it. But thank you, Mr. Jones, for doing some good work on this. I love it. It's a great shirt. All right. So let's bring in the final guest of 2025. Oh, wait. Before we do that, it's been let's see. I don't know. It's been a wild week. It's been a wild week. But to that, Gundam Base is great. Yeah, Gundam Base is always great. So to that, saying that, let me go and get into this. Let me bring in the last guest of 2025 and of the IE podcast. The one, the only, Mr. Emmanuel, TheToyPaige, with a giant grub. Welcome, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
I am good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Good to be here.
I appreciate you being here. Oh, I gotta move Juggernaut because he's blocking the chat. Because I'm trying to get my 20 like my favorite figures of this year. Just like instead of doing just a countdown, just like small YouTube shorts of like, hey, this is a figure I love this year.
Yeah.
Bam, make it easier for myself. because I don't feel like doing the countdown, and I'm tired.
It's a lot of work, man. A lot
It
of
is.
work to like chop, edit, and put all that stuff up. So
Definitely is. But let's see who's in the chat hanging out here with us. We got Dom Machicciaro.
Dom, good guy.
One of these times I'll get to say that one last time. For you, Dom Machicciaro. The Machicciaros, they're good family. They're good family. My buddy Social Security, what's going on? How you doing? Good friend of mine. I know him in real life. He's a troublemaker. Greg, what's going on? Says Dante is going to give away his kids on the final IU Friday. No, I am not giving away these bad boys. These kids stay with me. I wait for the other kids to come home too. Yeah. All my kids, they're home from college. They come home from space college and regular college. Yeah, the house at home.
Oh, for the holidays?
No, I'm talking about fentanyls.
Did you got those?
Yeah, so I'm waiting. The other two, I ordered 2 more Sentinels, and I'll wait for them to ship. So
wow, where did you get them?
I bought them on Pulse. It's the
Okay,
Expedited Sentinels. That's the ones I'm waiting for.
Yeah. I didn't know if they went back up. I was like, I gotta go grab one.
No, so as you can see behind the 2 here, and there's one down there, and then my son Ant-Man or Giant Man is down there, and Galactus is over there to the side. So that's what I call my kids. They're my grown kids coming home. Yeah, the house.
It's probably cheaper too, right?
Yeah, you know what? The best kids I ever had. They don't eat. I don't
talk back.
Exactly.
They don't talk back.
They don't say anything. They just stand there and collect dust, and I have to clean them off. That's about it. Down says Facebook group is chilled. I forgot I'm an admin. Yo, I'm telling you, the Facebook group is amazing. Like, I've had to punish nobody. Nobody's been giving grief in there. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fights. I don't have to break anything. Like, hey, we can't talk about that here. Let's not. And it's been amazing. So if you do want to do a Facebook group and have just a chill time and hang out with people and talk with them and see new stuff, sometimes I get a chance to post stuff in there. Sometimes I don't. Is the Infinity Equation Facebook group. Let's see. We got Wisdom White Mike Vegeta. What's going on? Robert Diaz says, I love your weekly AOA breakdown. I don't do AOA. No, I don't do no AOA. And I do apologize if I pronounce your username wrong. Here's is Goated 345. Welcome. Thank you. It's nice, man. Johnny Cook. Total Doom, Total here's as what's your favorite football team? Well, I have the pleasure of being a fan of the worst football team in the NFL league. And if we all know who the worst NFL team in the football league is, it's the Las Vegas Raiders. Yes. Worst team in NFL history right now. They are trash.
What's the record?
I think we only won 2 games. That's about it. And we go against the Eagles on Sunday. So we so we're going to still have 2 wins. No matter how you put it, we'll still have 2 wins. We're second in the draft right now. So if we keep up this course of action, we're going to be pretty high on that draft pick. And I'm good with that. Get rid of Geno Smith. You know what?
You're not a Geno Smith fan?
No, that boy is trash. I knew that boy was trash when they said him. I was like, no. Get rid of Mo with the haircut who owns the team. The 3 Stooges.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and clean the house. Just go ahead and clean the house and just fire everybody. Defense, offense, everybody.
Burn it down? You're just going to burn the whole franchise down.
Got a great stadium. Can't win in it.
Oh, man.
Let's see. I'm just Jake Dave Chappelle in a big head. I don't know if you call me Dave Chappelle or man Dave Chappelle. Hey, look, I'll take it as a compliment. I'm Rick James. No, so Johnny, instead of countdown, you're going to count up. No, I'm not doing any countdowns. I'm just gonna just roll it out. But everybody know when the last episode is. Let's see. The teacher 1208. Hello from Dominican Republic. Oh, hello. I never had anybody from Dominican Republic on the show or watching the show. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Grace says Dante needs to get rid of the kids to make room for more kids. Some custom airwaves. No, I don't want. What do y'all think about it? Yeah, ain't gonna be no more of this. Yeah. I do apologize if I mispronounce. I got to Mato 2021. No, excuse me, 2124. Italy here. Happy Christmas. Thank you. Well, welcome from Italy. Thank you for watching. Wow. I didn't know I was going to be, thank you, man, because you bring everybody from around the world. Like a bit. I should say that man's in jail. Don says when Dante's retired, he's just going to sit in a chair and pretend to be Master Mold.
Yeah.
That is. I'm going to do like Eddie Murphy does in that documentary. I don't know if anybody's seen the Eddie Murphy documentary, but he has 3 puppets.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Richard Pryor puppet and Paul Mooney. That's what I'm going to do with my siblings. Like, I'm Master Mold. Kids, go out and find me some the mutants and destroy them. Yep, I'm done. Yeah, that sounds fun. Grace is done, but Dante Master Mold will be building Gunpla. Actually, I built some Gunpla. I just recently built the Wing Zero Verica, which is beautiful. You can check it out on Instagram under Dr. Gazin. It's actually over there. I would get it, but I'm just kind of lazy right now. But yeah, it was a fun build. Took about, I want to say, 6 to 7 hours.
That's not bad.
It's not, but I split it up into 2 days because the build itself was very, very much fun. The wings were great.
Yeah.
I think that's what really sets it off is the wings can like fold out and they can fold into themselves.
Yeah. He said show it on the stream.
Right. Good Lord. The things I do for some of y'all, it's man. All right, give me a second because I remember how to do all this. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, there. That's just terrible. I'm getting old. All right. So here it is.
I have a little bit of delay, so it'll take a little bit for me to see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Wow, look at the wings. Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
So all these wings, so the back wings and the front wings can fold into themselves. And yeah, it's great. It came with the base, which is awesome. I love this base. But yeah, it was definitely a fun build.
And it's articulated, or is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely articulated. Yeah, that's all the motions. The toe articulation as well. Ankle pivots, just like any figure. It's just I always get kind of like nervous with the kids because sometimes I feel like I don't know if it's attached all the way. But yeah, it's definitely fun. Then it comes with a little let's see if I can little hero figure. Which is funny because there's actually a hero figure in the pilot inside of the Gundam that you put in there when you're building it. So yeah.
I've never built one. A model kit.
Oh man, there's so much fun.
I've heard like a lot of people. It's kind of like a regular. Some of them are like a regular model kits. Like some of them have like I don't know what they call it in the model kit world, but there's like a beginner set, intermediate and advanced and stuff.
Oh yeah, like there's real grade, high grade.
Yeah.
Like that one's like there's some that are like that or Viracas. Flame Toys, they're just straight their own build.
Mm-hmm.
So I built Optimus and Devastator, Devastator I think is hands down one of the best they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, they're not bad. Like I love them. I got a couple. I built Zazabi. Trying to see, built one Evangelion 001. Um, yeah, I built a couple. There's this the Flame Toy Snake Eyes. I built. No, sorry, it's not Snake Eyes. Storm Shadow.
Oh, okay.
That one was pretty fun as well. Some pieces don't stick on like I like into like the Ninja Stars, but
Yeah.
all right.
I think the
So go ahead.
I think the last thing that I built was it was a Blockies. It's the
Those
Optimus Prime Blockies. And
those are
because
fun.
yeah, I so when I went to San Diego, Darius and I
Mm,
we were bunking together, and he was putting it together one night, and he's just like, ugh, and he just not because he's frustrated. He Darius is going like 10 different directions, you know,
right.
and so he was like, I'm done with this, and he's putting away so he could do other stuff. And then he checked out. He left it there. I'm like, is he gonna need this? I was like, I'll pack it in. I packed it in my suitcase, or I spent some time building it, you know,
Right.
continuing. And then I got home and I kept building it. And I was like, hey, did you want that Blockies that you left? He's, oh, I thought I threw that away. He goes, yeah, you can have it. And so
That's like
yeah, yeah. And so I was like, oh well, you know, he built like half of it, and I did the rest. I was like, wow, but it was really cool. It seemed like it was, you know, very easy, and then I saw some of the other stuff they had like Soundwave, and I was like, man, should I get this? I was like, no, it'll be another rabbit hole. Don't do it.
that's what I do. Like this year, I was like, all right, cut back a lot. Just cut it down to certain things you want. So
Hmm.
I was like, I'm cutting the Joes strictly down to like
Oh,
certain. I know, but
oh
then I
no,
got hooked
man.
on. See, look, it's their fault that I got hooked onto these Monster Force figures. These things are amazing. I love these figures. This is
I've
one of my
heard
new.
things.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful figures. I love them. They articulate very well.
Yeah.
Uh, the great accessories on them. And the other issue is now that Skeletron now has me as well, might have me as well. So these are some decent figures too, especially when you add on the other accessory pack for it. Uh,
Hmm.
they're beautiful. So I was like, all right, cool. Now I'm stuck on now instead of chopping down lines, I got two more lines now to carry on. That's just makes it even better. This is just great. Like this is my life now.
Yeah, my friend, he picked up two of them. He said he loves them, but you know, like what you said, the Joes, they were just pumping out so much this year. It's almost overbearing, you know? Like they have
It is.
vehicles, they got, and then I see what you mean about starting something like Monster Force because they're just starting out. They might have, you know, maybe I don't know how many they have, but let's just say like they do 5 or 10 manageable. Then however many like Joe's, you know, plus the variations, you got Tiger Force, Night Force, and sometimes it's a lot.
It is. It really is.
So
And I'm like, do I need this? Like, no. Like half these people, like half these Joes, I don't know who they are anymore. I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, you know what? Let's back it up. Let's reassess. At least with Monster Force, I can have time to kind of ease out. Like, all right, I don't have like their pre-order. I have time
mhm.
to get some money together, buy them. I even knock down some like the Moffics I've gotten now.
Yeah,
Like some of them are great figures. It's just too much. I don't need two sets of X-Men figures. So I
yeah.
was like, I'll just keep it to DC and we're good. Since somebody else ain't making good DC figures.
Ouch. Well, you know, another thing about that, like besides the money and the space part about it all,
Hmm.
you when you cut down lines like that, you actually have more time to enjoy You know,
Exactly.
there's on on the hangout we talk time. We'll have piles of stuff, and we just haven't gotten a chance to go to just because it just keeps coming,
Yep.
and so you don't even. It seems like that. It's like that in the communities and stuff like that. Everybody picks up a figure, messes around with it for a couple of hours, and they go, this is trash. It's
Yep.
like you haven't even given it time to like learn, the design, what it can do, what kind of scenes you can create because you're so focused on trying to figure out within that 2 hours if the figure's good or not.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I'm really excited about because I was excited about when Fex was doing their 112 figures. I was like, oh, Fex is doing like one Asarine 112 figures. Like, yo,
Oh, wow.
those I got those coming next week. So I'm super excited about those. I was like, yo, and then I see Darius was like his video was like, okay, all right, let's see. Like, how good are they? Like, they're dang good. I was like, yo, it's like, can't
Yeah.
wait. They look good. So I'll get those in next week. I've been like super excited for those. Like I think those like Monster Force and those Fex figures have been the ones I've been most excited for this year. Like I
Do
love my
you
weapons, but
do you think that with the amount of figures that companies are putting out, like popular lines, Hasbro, Mafex, all the big ones. Do you think that collectors will start looking at third party figures and be like, yeah, this is a little bit more manageable for me? And there'll be like a rise in popularity with it
you know
because
what?
it's more manageable?
It is, and I've seen a lot of it on Reddit. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been on Reddit recently, but yeah,
I try to limit my exposure to Reddit. I can't stand it.
I get it. Trust me, I get it. The action, like where the action figures are, it's like, man, y'all got some wild takes and ask some wild questions over here.
Oh man.
Yeah, I see a lot in the CT Toys version, like their
Hmm.
subreddit,
Yeah.
how everybody raves about it, like, hey, I wish I do it like this, do Spider-Man like this and this and this. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, we get excited for the cheaper figure because it's at a cheaper price point that we love, and we get like
Mhm.
a bunch of stuff for it. But you never know how the figure's going to be in your hand. It's going to fall apart because it's a knockoff.
Yeah.
Is is this going to happen? Is what's going to happen? And then we get upset the high price companies doing it, but other companies like we kind of like, I'll give that third party company a slide because it's a it's a knock. It only cost me like $20 to $30 for this figure.
Hmm.
But then also too is some of third parties are knocking out some of their figures.
Yeah.
Like LPZZ Arkham Batman. A
Yeah. Yeah.
new DC figure looks perfect.
Yeah.
And you look at those and you're just like, man, like DC, this is what a DC figure should be. Not what Todd's giving out, but this is what we want.
Yeah.
They should be ones that are really looking at like, all right, Todd, we gotta be done with you, man. We gotta be done. Like you're handing out subpar figures, and even with this, the spawn, that deluxe spawn, he's still ripping people off.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. I don't collect a lot of McFarlane stuff.
Mm.
But I will tell you I do collect the vehicles. I think he does a really good job with vehicles.
The vehicles, yes, I'll give him
Yeah.
credit. Vehicles he does really well with. He
Yeah.
probably does put him he was putting him at a decent price point. Now it's getting a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, I just today, just like an hour ago, I just got the 66 Batmobile.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but with McFarlane, the good thing about it is I mean, geez, he's pretty much made every vehicle almost, right? I mean, gosh, like pretty much all the ones I can think of, at least. And
Yes.
so the good thing I like about him is like the vehicles, you don't need a whole bunch of stuff, especially if you're just using them as like background fodder or you just to snap something, right?
Yep.
But the vehicles are cheap, but if you wait, I've gotten probably 80% of my vehicles when they just have them on sale on Amazon.
Yeah, and that's the best. that's the best place again because Amazon drops prices on figures like there's no tomorrow. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, like I see. Thanks for Preternia, like yo, like, he posting up, so he's like, hey, this is up, this is up. I'm like, how do you stay on this? Like, what happened?
Yeah, I think there's a couple people that run that site because I mean, I know like I do Mezco stuff and
Mhm.
it's a lot of work. And he's doing all these lines, and so and I think he let it slip one time in a post. He's like we, he used, pronouns like we, stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, there's probably more than one or two people running that site.
I hope so.
Yeah, otherwise it would be just way too much work to keep up with. I don't even know how he gets some of that information before it even hits the internet sometimes,
Yeah, I'm
He's
just like,
like price checking and then news, and I'm like, I mean, my hat's off to him, but I was like, there's no way that one person is doing that unless they got like bots and stuff like that to be able to like, flag the internet when keyword stuff and everything.
right.
And then post it. He posts it fast or they post it fast.
He does. He's on it. He's like, yo, I'm like, dude, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
How you do it? Real quick, we got some newcomers here. We got some late show up here. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you up late there, Bart. You're late again, as always. No, I'm not starting over. Johnny says going to rebrand from Infinity Equation to Infinite Infinite Resolution. No, no rebranding. It's just retired now. Uh, I'm going Grayson. I'm going Mr. Ribbing. Yes, I'll Mr. Ribbing from you all. I appreciate you. No, it's not going as a tree topper, Greg, for Wing Zero. Dom says I got a few of the Blockies Pokemon. I really like them. They sell great at Legion's Con. Robert says, did I get the Legion's Con Rat King? No, I did not. It was not for me. Um, I know a lot of people were not happy with that, and I seen like we were like, when you gonna finish the Ghost of Christmas, the Christmas Carol? I'm like, man,
Oh yeah.
people were mad about that. They were like, what? Like,
Yeah.
mm-mm. We want a present. We want that Ghost of Christmas present, like on that Hawking body. I'm like, okay, like I'm glad I'm not in this right now. But yeah, folks were hot about that. Johnny says, good thing I don't hear about you buying all 50 lines of turtles. That is very true because the turtle line, everybody and their grandma makes turtles. There's not one person who does not make turtles. Ricardo says DC Lupien. I'm not sure what that means. You have to explain that one to me. Bart says Dante's coming back, but I'm getting this and that and other thing. Yeah, come back with Joe. Yo, if you look at how many Joes like man was talking about, like we were getting hit like every month for a Joe, and I'm like, yo, let's roll it back now. Hold up, I still haven't opened up my Cole Slither set.
Yeah, from like San Diego, right?
Yeah, still
Yeah.
haven't opened that up.
Hasbro's really slick about, like they have their dates
Mm,
and you think you have until that time.
yep.
And then all of a sudden at 12 o'clock, you get charged for it. It's like, yeah, we just charged you for 8 bats. I'm like, what? When did this happen? I was like, they don't give you a warning. They're like,
They
like, hey, we're going to be charging in 2 days. It's like, we just took the money out. And I was like, that's what I mean. Like, it's overwhelming for especially for a line, everybody they said was going to be dead. The first year, they're like, this line is dead. Well,
and what kills me the most is during like right before New York Comic Con, they
mhm.
hit me with so many pre-order charges. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You would do it this week? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, you are some shady people.
You think that uh kills like momentum for
It does.
anything that you would like do it like if you had an exclusive?
Yep.
Because man, they were selling a lot of stuff at San Diego. Like, I mean, stuff that wasn't even out yet. And then when I went to New York, they had like the All Striker that wasn't even out yet.
Yeah.
The Slither. They had a bunch of Pythona.
Yep.
They had a bunch of stuff that wasn't even out yet. And it's like, but like you said, if you're charging all this, I always wonder, is that going to kill your momentum like going into the con and then also in the holidays? because you know everybody's budget shrinks during the holidays.
Well, I don't have to worry about the holidays too much, which is great. It makes it easy for me. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Like,
Hmm.
I can spend willy nilly and not worry about going to debt yet.
Right.
But it does because like there's things I plan out for New York Comic Con. I'm like, okay, I want to go see this, this, and this. You know, support this artist because I love their comic and doing what they're doing. Because I love going down Artist Alley and picking up new art. That's my thing. I think going up, being on top is great. Seeing all the big companies and what they have, but being
Hmm.
down Artist Alley is much more fun for me because now you get to actually sit there and talk with some of the artists, depending if they're nice or not. But um, it's more personable down there, and you get to see new people who are just selling the art, who are getting into art, like artistry.
Yeah.
Plus, those tables are not cheap either. So you want to you feel like you want to like help them out too. So I know
Yeah.
those tables are not cheap in the least amount. I want to say they are around like 2 to 3 thousand now. It might be a little bit more
Yeah.
just for a table down there. And I'm like, man, like I just
Can you
hope they
imagine
all.
what a booth costs? Like, you know, these guys like I'm pretty sure some of the bigger corporations they either get a discount or they just have that spot reserved, you
Yeah,
know? But can you imagine like one of those booths you see Hasbro, Bandai, if they're
I,
paying two for a table?
man, I can only imagine. I'd be like, man,
Yeah.
like yo, all this weekend I can't buy nothing except maybe some food, maybe a crumb, and that's it. I'm done. Like I
Yeah.
can't do it. And but that's also why I like Legion's Con because Legion's Con is I feel like New York Comic Con is great, but Legion's Con is
Mhm.
like my favorite one of the year, like hands down, because it's just independent artists selling stuff, great looking stuff, dinos, head sculpts. But
Mhm.
then you also have a mix of the new indie artists like Big Bad Workshop, trying to think of Plunderlings, you know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Animals of the Warrior Kingdom, like those, like you're just like, man, like it feels, and then you get to also talk with them and have a good, and everybody's having a good time. Just really not too many issues. Plus, I was like the Legion workshop that they have, like where you can build your own Legion now. Like that's too much fun. That is so much fun. If you get a chance to go, I say go. It's a good time.
I've heard a lot of good things about Legion's Con. I heard this year I heard good things obviously about Legion's Con, but then also the YouTuber Expo. And that was like I think it was the first time that they put that together.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of footage, of course, but then everybody's like wrap ups that they were doing and just testimonials online. I just heard people saying, yeah, it was really fun. And so, I mean, I don't know if they're doing it next year or where they're going to be doing it, but there are certain ones you're like, oh, wow, that'd be cool. Cause like you said, they just kind of get down to the essence of what you're supposed to be doing at the con, you know,
Exactly.
meeting people in the community, networking, seeing up and coming artists, supporting artists that are out there. So I mean, it would be cool. I've never been to either one of them. You know,
Oh, great. They're great.
yeah, I've heard good things.
It's hard to describe what the feeling is like. When you walk in, it's just like, man, this is going to be so much fun when I get here. Now, wait in line to get into the Legion store, into the armory. Yeah.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard guys were saying that. Yeah, because it was so popular. I heard the line was long, and then I heard about exhibitors. You know, because there's that. You know how some cons have that policy. The exhibitors they gotta wait because they want to service the
Yeah.
customers. And I heard something about how like the 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 exhibitors when they finally were able to get to it, they wasn't like really stocked up, and so
It, it was, yeah, I think like from what I understood, it was like by the time the exhibitors got to build their own legions, like most of the stuff was gone, unfortunately.
yeah, yeah,
And it's kind of disappointing, like, yo, like I worked through this whole weekend just to wait for do this, and then most of everything's gone. I
yeah.
hope next year they put like a stock aside for them. Like, hey, we got some stocks aside for you guys. Don't worry.
Hmm.
We got plenty for everybody, and then we got a stock for you guys separate. So separate. Don't worry about it. So hopefully that they'll fix that next year. That'd be something that they'll look at next year.
Or
Uh,
let them do like because I mean, is Legion's kind of like huge, like big,
at,
like
at this point, yeah.
so like I don't know, maybe you let the exhibitors like run through it one time, you know,
Mm,
and just like let them just run through one time because, dude, I get the exhibitor thing because it's like when I did the booth at Mezco, oh my gosh, I'm not trying to bash exhibitors, but ooh, it's bad, man.
oh, is it?
Yeah, we had so I guess from did you exhibit when you were there? Is that what you or you just
No, I was there as press.
so in San Diego, everybody kind of knows how to get in early, you know?
Mm,
San Diego's a good example. So San Diego, everybody knows how to get in early. You beat the rush of the main crowd, right?
right.
Everybody badge. And so you're in the area. And then Mezco, we couldn't sell until a certain time, right? Until it officially opened.
Mm,
But by the time that they announce that it's open, the people that are already over waiting to get in, you're about a half hour from, getting into the show. And all these exhibitors have already lined up. And if you know anything like with Mezco, I'm pretty sure you've heard,
mm,
they have limited stock. That's one of the reasons why, like, it's capping everything.
yeah.
Because if you honestly, and they didn't have a limit, even if you put, so we start out with no limit, and then even if you put a limit of one per person, people would drag their friends in, and you would run. I'm not lying to you. If they just did open, you would sell out preview night, and that means that nobody on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday would have availability. And
Wow.
then you throw on the fact that they did that in-person exclusive, the Doc Nocturnal one.
Yeah.
That had huge, like a very, very limited amount. And so you had guys that were exhibitors or throwing on exhibitor badges and buying that stuff before the regular people come in. And it creates a snowball of like frustration because now you've got exhibitors who I in my opinion, like there's Legions was right across from us, right?
Mm,
And we couldn't sell to them. They were like, no, we don't. We're not selling to exhibitors, and they're like right across from. We're talking to them and stuff like that, and you know
right.
who was there, but you got to enforce this rule. And so I get it as an exhibitor to be. I wouldn't like it if I went to a booth and say, hey man, we can't sell to you because like you said, the armor is going to be depleted, right?
Yep.
But we were telling exhibitors because everybody was abusing it. You're like, you can't exhibitors where we can't sell to you until later. And so you get that, but then you get the people that are attending the con coming in and going, "You guys are already sold out."
Yeah.
So it's like a big snowball effect. And then the last thing is like you have the people with the exhibitor, and you have this limited figure, right? That dark shadow edition, the Dark Knock.
Yes. Yep.
I I'm very aware of what's going on. And so I would see the same guys every day lining up with their badges, swapping with regular guests too, right? And so these guys, the exhibitors, would buy and then they would run back to their booth and they would sell it for like $500 because it's limited. So it's like you said, it's very touchy for
Yeah.
both sides because you want to provide for your the customers, and you want to balance that with the exhibitors because as an exhibitor you very rarely get to leave the booth,
Right. Yeah.
and
That's
so you're
very.
trying to balance all that. It's hard, man.
I can see a cons. Yeah. Like okay, exhibitors. You all have to wait for
Uh-huh.
anytime. Like yo, you all have to wait at the big cons. At least I feel it's a little bit more control because it is
Yeah,
Four Horsemen thing. So yeah, bam. All right, we got we got this set aside because like their warehouse is right in New Jersey, so it's like okay, yeah, we know we can get some stuff in, ship it in,
yeah,
bam, bam, bam. You know what? All hats off to them. They keep that flowing.
yeah,
They keep their stuff flowing. Like I be seeing them hand carting stuff and be like, hey, gotta make room, make room. Like yo, they have boxes on boxes, and they keep it. They roll it. So I hats off to them. They do a great job with keeping stock. Usually keeping stock right on site.
Hmm.
So I can see that. So like you're saying, like it's more okay. Let's set this side. Let's all right. Set this to the side. Don't touch this. This is for our exhibitors who are here. So Sunday night, bam, everybody can go through.
Yeah.
At the cons, I can see like yeah, because you have people who are vendor who do vendor stuff, and then you have your big ones, and it's like, how do you control this? Like, hey, exhibitors, the best way I would say, like, hey, exhibitors, you all abused it. Yeah, you all got to wait until Sunday.
Yeah,
You
it's
have
even,
stock.
but even that, you make an enemy with the exhibitors, like, or
Yeah,
you know, it's like, yo, man, you know, you work the booth, you understand what we're going through. You can't
yeah.
leave the booth. It's and it's well, like you said, it's a bigger show, like San Diego, New York. Those are bigger than Legion's Con, like Legion's Con. You know what I mean? Like that's what I was wondering if it's that big where you can kind of spot the same people coming through and trying to abuse the system.
I don't think it's too much. No, it's not too much with there with abusing the system. I
Yeah,
just think it was. I don't think they just put some stuff aside for the exhibitors to have, kind of get what they wanted to when they
yeah,
were like,
it's
doing for like the armory build. Uh, So yeah, I think that's what it was. And it's something that can easily be rectified. I know people were kind of upset, like some of the vendors were upset, and like,
Mhm.
and I get it. I get it. Like prime example. As much as I love Big Bad Workshop, they did not bring enough figures for the whole weekend. They were
Yeah.
sold out by Saturday. By Saturday morning, they were
Oh
done.
yeah, yeah,
They had nothing set for the exclusive.
yeah,
Because everybody's like, yo, like there was no limit, and it's like, all right, they just kind of brought like a couple. I'm not sure, I don't know how many boxes they brought of each figure,
yeah,
but when you're buying multiples of like some of the army builders, and it's like, yo, like by the time I got there, this dude like right in front of me grabbed the last Dracula. I'm like, go on, man,
oh yeah. You're like, oh no.
like, hey, go. So I was like, all right. So I just like I had a couple. I bought a couple of ones I didn't have already. I was like, all
Yeah,
right, this is cool. Like, yay! I was like, cool. And then by the time I walked over to my buddy RG's table, somebody was like, "Yeah, man, they're all sold out." Like literally,
yeah, yeah. It's
literally, like within like a 5 minute walk. Yeah, they're all sold out. They're gone. They got nothing.
yeah.
And
That's the worst thing, man. To like tell people is sorry, we're sold out.
and that you know what? I have to thank Darius on that one. I mean, I got there. I talked to Detour. Then I was like, I seen Darius. I talked to him. He's like, hey, we're going to the Monster Force line. I got to go
Yeah.
because I just drove 2 hours. Like, yo, I really got to go. I'm like, all right, let's go.
I
So it's pretty
guarantee you,
hard.
even though I guarantee you, he still got one. That man has a knack of like getting, you know, something will say he's sold out. He'll come back 20 minutes. I got it. I was like,
No,
what?
no, this is what happened. So he's like,
Yeah.
this line's long. Hey, can you grab me this? Up?
Yeah, he is the get you man. I'm telling you, we're in San Diego, and you know how everything is crowded, you know,
Yeah.
restaurants and stuff. And so you work the con all day. It's not like you come in and you just work the con like I get there at 7 a.m. to like set stuff up, and then you work the whole day, and then
Woo.
you get done. So it's like 12 hours of work.
Mhm.
And so you just want to eat and you just want to go back. Maybe catch a drink or something, you know, just kind of relax. And I remember we went to this Italian
Right.
restaurant and the line is wrapped around. And we're just outside waiting. And it goes, how long to wait? It's like 2 hours. And Darius is like, give me a second. Darius goes in. We don't see him. I'm not lying. We don't see him for like 5 minutes. He comes back out and he's like, come on. It's like the Godfather. We went down the stairs to this private area that they had. He's like, come with me. We sat down and had quick service. I was like, how did you do this, man? I was like, so it's not just toys, it's like everything. I was like,
It's like,
I got I was like, how did you do that?
yeah, because they'll be like, how do you like?
Yeah. He says, well,
I'm like,
I
yo,
talked to the guy and I knew one guy and I talked to this guy. I was like, dude, I don't even want to know. I was like, because it sounds really complicated. I'm just appreciated that you did it. Because
he just
man,
knows
that
he wants it.
line
That's
was a
all.
2 hour wait and we didn't wait 2 hours. And
There you go.
we had a party of people. It was, you know, it was like
Wow.
it was everybody that was working the booth, and then you had the people, you know, like Mez and the other people that were there. So it
Right.
wasn't like two or three people. It's like probably a party of like 8 or 9 people.
So I can see it now. Like Johnny said, be kind and charming and bribes. Yeah, I can see now. Like, hey, what you doing? Oh, there it is. That's my boy. There you go, boy. Come on, you got a party on. You bring him down.
Yeah.
We got to see. Don't do the word. You just don't bring him down. Like that.
Yeah.
That's how I see it happening with him. I'm like, yo, like, dude.
You know what? Also, I think that probably it would be somebody like that would just see him and know him.
Yep.
He's it's a very interesting thing to like hang around him, because you'll just be walking down you'll be walking down the street and somebody like, "Hey, Darius, the amazing." I was like, well, it's like, gee, it. I have not been with him one time when it hasn't happened.
Exactly. Because
He
every
is.
time he walks somewhere, like, hey, yo, so we doing it? Like, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm just sitting there, just like, okay. Don't know what's going on. You know it
Yeah.
everywhere. So, who am I to question anything right now? You
Yeah.
some that store, like, hey, so you can take any toy off the wall you want. What? Yeah. The owner knows me. It's cool. It's cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
say less. Let me get that figure right there. I'm gonna go and get super chat from Kwame. Thank you. He says, happy holidays, fellas. Thank you so much.
Thank
You as well. And the funny is, I didn't know we had the same birthday, Kwame. So, hey, it's great to be born in January. Uh, yeah, I just see. Don says there's some of the armor stuff should have been reserved for exhibitors the next day. Yep.
Yeah.
There's the other two figures setup night. That even works too. Poor KJ. Yeah, I did see Kid. He worked. What was he working the photo booth this year? I was like, man, like,
Oh man, yeah, that man. You get a lot of good memories out of that, man. Like that was something new this year. So they had this Batman the animated series set up.
mm,
And I was thinking that it was just going to be, you know, one or two people would walk up and you just take your picture. Because at the con, everybody's charging for everything, right? And I'm not lying to you. Day one, there was one or two people that came up, right?
mm,
And then we were out there, you know, we're taking pictures and stuff like that. And they were like, "How much is it?" And we're like, "Oh, it's free." Take the picture and we just email it to people, right?
right.
And I'm not lying. As soon as they said that, there was a line almost as long as it was for one of the exclusives. And it happened for the rest of the con. So we had to take shifts and take picture. It's not bad, you know what I
Right.
mean? But it's like that was your, we did rotate it out, but that was your job for the day. You just took pictures of people, and it's cool because you know how everybody says that the nobody talks to you at the Mezco booth, and I'm like, this is a great idea because you're going to get people that'll come over, they'll get something memorable from the booth, and then maybe that'll kind of erase that stigma of, you know, nobody at the Mezco booth talks to you.
Right. Yeah,
And
and it's a great idea. Once they everybody here says, "Hey, it's free." Hey, you go to that mess booth, you get your picture taken
yeah,
for free.
it was a line, dude. It was, and I'm not lying to you. There was a line. It was at least like I would say at least, you know, like 15, 20 at minimum, but it was just all day. And it, you know, you're just, and that's what you were doing.
Right.
I sat there for like, I think I sat there one day for like probably 3, 4 hours, and that's all you're just doing. But I'll do it. I don't care.
And you know what? Look, it's more foot traffic in. Hey, take a
Yeah.
look at the setup. That's me be like, hey, so since you took a picture, go ahead and take a look at the setup. One might probably hop in line, grab one exclusive for a day.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Eyes on product. That was the biggest thing. Eyes on product, and then interaction. I I think it's great because you do get people there, but then there's also people that haven't even been exposed to the product. They haven't seen it. Like, what is this? You know, because they got to take this picture. And some
Exactly.
people are like, "Oh, this is Batman." I was like, "Yeah, you know." We actually have a 12-inch, I'm a 6-inch version, 112 version around the corner if you want to take a look at that. And so, it's good.
Yeah, that it works. It works. Don says they didn't even bring a case of each figure. From what I understand, they admitted they didn't expect it to be so popular. Oh yeah, so talking about Big Bad Workshop. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Uh, man, I don't know how to like for me thinking like that, like yo, these figures ain't gonna be popular. Like we just bring like 5 cases full, and then
Yeah.
now you stand around the whole weekend like we ain't got nothing to sell.
Yeah.
Like no, you don't understand. So I think now next year if they come back, they'll be like, yeah, we bringing in case loads, we're flying case loads in.
Yeah.
They learned like yo, because to be there Saturday and just only selling your exclusive figure, I'm like yeah, we ain't get. Like literally, I walked by a couple times. It's just like standards, like
Yeah. It's a guessing game too, because I don't, I mean, I know they're close to their warehouse, right?
no, they were. I think they're shipped in from California or
Yeah.
maybe
So
or wherever the Big Bad Workshop is. I know it's west. I think it's West Coast.
yeah. So it's almost like a guessing game.
Yeah,
I try to explain that to somebody before, like they say, why, how'd you guys sell out? And I say, because they don't know the numbers.
yeah,
And it's like, well, there was a line wrapped around the booth twice, and we try to allocate. You're trying to like you want to span it out for days. You don't want to isolate anybody, so you allocate for all 4 days. You say, well, you can come back tomorrow, and we'll have it available tomorrow. Like Red Hood was like that. And
hmm
then I think it was on Saturday. It was like Saturday. We were completely sold out, and somebody was just, man, this guy. He just came up. He's like, I don't understand. I could only get tickets for this day. I said, I totally understand that, sir. I said, but there was 3 days before that. Why can't come those days? Why didn't you bring more stock? And it's like a guessing game. You don't know if that product is going to sell,
exactly.
and you don't want to bring. You say you brought 10. Say you brought like 2 or 3 pallets. You don't want to say, okay, I'm gonna do 5, and now you're stuck with inventory that you got to ship back.
Yep.
The goal is to reduce, the amount of stuff you got to ship back. You don't want to like, you want to, cut that cost. You don't want to like, oh, now we got overstock. Now we got to send it all the way back to New York. You know?
Yeah, I get it now because Hasbro did the same thing. I think Friday morning they were
Yeah.
sold out like Pythona, like super. Like by the time after the Hasbro panel went down there, I was like, all right, let me just go
Yeah.
get Pythona. They're like, nah, they're sold out. I'm like what? They're sold out already? They said
Yeah.
they'll have more tomorrow. I was like, all right, well I just gotta be here early tomorrow to get it. So
Yeah. Even then, that's not guaranteed. I think I went to because same thing we talked about with the exhibitor.
mhm.
I didn't know that they were selling that Ghost Viper over at Walmart in their little section.
Oh really?
Yeah, they would with the wolf and everything.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh crap, really? And KJ was telling me, he's like, yeah, man, hurry up. And so we walked over there, and they had sold out already. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks because you're on the end of it too, like of the fact that you were looking for something you didn't get it. But
Mhm.
I guess I just kind of understand why. You would just get stuck with extra inventory. Uh, you know, it's one of those balancing things, man.
Well, Walmart, it's always like a toss up with them because you never know what if you're gonna get your stuff or not when you order from them. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
like I'll say this for them. Like when I ordered when they had put up for the pre-order Spider-Man animated series Spider-Man figure and the retro
Oh.
part. I
Mhm.
pre-ordered it just like everybody else. And then it's like some people got theirs, some people didn't. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like people find it in the store, like really, really. My
Yeah.
Walmart close to me doesn't have it, so I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I guess I keep that, and I kept the pre-order open for at least 5 more months after that. Before I
Uh,
was like, you know what? Just go and cancel this. Like, because you ain't gonna send it to me at this point. Like, you just forgot about me. You just didn't care.
yeah.
Thankfully, Action Figure Skinny sent me one from Canada, so he was able to grab it. So I'm like, yes. I was like, I appreciate you. Like, just go ahead and send it on down for me. I can just send you the money. Like, because I'm not gonna find it here.
Yeah, and then you get stuck too because you put all your eggs in that basket that the pre-order is going to fulfill.
Yeah.
and you don't make any of the plans to, and then it might pop up someplace and you're like, no, I got it on pre-order, and then you're stuck in the aftermarket because it didn't get fulfilled.
Yeah.
It's a sucky place to be.
It is, and that's why usually if it's a Marvel Legend figure, I go through Pulse. If it's on Pulse, I know I'm
Yeah,
gonna get it. It's fine.
yeah,
If people find a store, cool. I'll just wait for it to come from Pulse. I don't care if I'm the last one to get it. It's fine. I know that
yeah,
Pulse, I'm going to get it from their website, and it's actually going to be in stock when it comes in. Like, cool. I'm. It's just Walmart. It's weird, and then if it's like a third party figure, usually I go through 5K Toys because they're really good.
yeah,
They really are on point with their orders, which I love it. Like 5ktoys.com is a great spot for like third party figures. But they didn't have the effects as the rain figures that were coming out the 112 ones. So I was like, oof. Somebody told me about that on Chosen Prime. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get them bad boys. But yeah, like I feel like if it's like Hasbro's putting it out, I was like, I just order an Pulse and call it a day. I'm not gonna be certain. I'm not wasting gas to go search your store to see if they're gonna have it in stock, and then get there and you see it on the wall and like, oh, like all right, cool. Beep. What is it?
hmm
Oh, it's not sale until it's not. You can't buy it until Sunday. What? You don't put it out there. No, don't have it hang on the shelf. Tell me I can't buy it till Sunday. I'm not coming back Sunday. It's gonna be 6 other people trying to look for this figure, and I gotta go fight with them over the 2 figures you got hanging on the wall. Nah,
Yeah, yeah.
no. Sometimes with that, I'm not saying you should do it, but I'm just saying sometimes you just get extra figure to bleep bleep. Hey,
Yeah.
we see it twice. Don't mean I didn't pay for it, but it's paid for.
hmm
Everybody wants in the end.
Yeah. Better safe than sorry, man. Better
Yeah.
safe.
Does he bribed him with bottled water?
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds about right. I said that since I forgot there was a video of him from a lobby at Legion's Con posing figures upside down with his eyes closed. Wow, I missed that video.
Oh man.
I can
I
only
seen it.
imagine.
The tales of him are all true.
Yes,
Like that guy is probably uh I've seen a lot of guys, you know, live. I think live is different than stage stuff. And I've seen him do it in real time, and it's pretty, cliche, but it's amazing.
it
I,
is.
I
I,
yeah, we had to, so like we part of what we did there was like we would set up the booths,
mhm,
the and I remember my first year I was there, they let me do DC uh miscellaneous, which is like monsters, some of the bigger statues that they had.
right.
And so I had like three sections, and Darius had probably four sections. And I was still on DC. I had probably this is probably like 3 or 4 hours, because remember you got to pose you got to take them out, you got to pose all the figures, then they
Right.
got to do preview approve them, to make sure that you know they look at them, make sure that that's the way they want them.
Okay.
And I remember I had like DC, I had probably 3 or 4 racks, and Darius, really cool, comes around the corner. He's like, "Paige, are you good?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good." He's like looking, and he takes, because he's the curator for it, right?
Oh, I
You know,
didn't even know that.
yeah, like he's they give us sections, but he's kind of like, he was the guy that like just make sure that everybody's good. He would look at stuff, and then they would come and look at everything, make sure it's all good, right?
Right.
So he's kind of like, he's the manager, kind of like of the sections that we had.
Okay.
And he's looking, he's like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he's just checking on me, like, good guy. He's like, "You need help?" I was like, "No, I appreciate it, man. I think I got a groove right now." And he goes, "Okay." He goes, "Because I just got done with I got done with Marvel. I got done with miscellaneous. I did Rumble Society, and I got one more section to go." And I'm like,
Really, dude? Like you got to go ahead doing it. I'm like, go
"Dude,"
my
and
goodness.
And it wasn't like the pose. It was my first year, and so I can pose, but not. There's a lot of stuff that people don't understand. Like you got some of those figures are prototypes,
Yeah.
right? And so some of them don't move certain ways, and so it would be like somebody giving you a figure that you've never handled before, and only certain parts will move.
Gotcha.
And they say, okay, pose this and make this, showcase this figure. And so you're trying to figure that out on the fly as well. Okay, he can't lift up his leg. You can't do this. You can't do that. And then you're doing all these figures. And some of the figures that, you know how somebody said, oh, I got Spider-Man poses in my head. You're like,
Mm,
okay, well, what if they hand you Samurai Jack? Yeah, all that reference stuff that people have in their head goes out the door. And then what if you say, okay, well, the arms can't move, the legs can, but, Samurai Jack pose, go. And so it's very, very fast, very intense. And so you're trying to figure all this stuff out on the fly. It was my first time, but I had 4 racks, and he had already done 3 sections. So he's very fast, and they're all his poses. Do you know what I mean? Like they're really great poses. But he's a really good man. He's a great mentor. He's very helpful. Uh, but he is like, I saw him do it. I'm like, holy crap, this guy's a machine.
yeah. Yeah. And I see why, like, I was like, Darius, you got some, and I look at some of his posts, I'm like, Darius, you got to take a break. I understand you're pushing yourself. Like, you got to take a break. Take a break for yourself, for your mental stress.
He can, man. I think he's that dedicated to it. We talk on the phone like every day, like on the phone. And there's sometimes we'll talk on the phone, and I just hear. I'm like, you shooting right now? He's like, yeah, man. And so he's doing this stuff while we're talking, and I'm just like, geez, man. He's a very talented guy. He's a
He is.
very talented guy.
I much respect to him. Like I love Darius. So I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, like you can't just slow it down, damn Darius. Just slow it down. Like, look, Darius, let me tell you something. Like, you got
yeah,
to calm
man.
down. Yeah, I love Darius. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a great guy, man. I've learned a lot from him. I've not just like toy collecting and just about everything about like Mezco, like how this works and how what you're supposed to do and everything. I learned a lot from him, and then just the other stuff that comes along with it.
I think
I'm
that's what I really like about the Mezco booth is like how you guys set up now with the 2 glass cases for like the Rumble Society stuff. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
always
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, like, and everybody's like always looking for like what's that little secret in there? What's a little surprise in there? Like what's going on?
yeah.
It's like,
You
yeah.
know what the cool thing is that so it was Darius and I. Uh, they've had other people, but like
Mm,
I think Darius has been a mainstay there for a while. But and then Darius and I were doing it for a little bit, and then there's KJ. KJ's there now, and there's another guy. I don't. It's not to disrespect him or anything, but I don't know if he wants his name out there. So
gotcha.
I just call him the other guy that works with us. He's a great friend, really good guy, really nice guy. But there's 4 of us there now, and so we're all from the community.
Mm,
And so when we're setting up stuff, I mean, I know what I would like to see if I was a collector coming to the booth. And so all of us do that now, you know?
right.
If there's a figure that can be posed and you're like, oh, I don't, because the promo pictures, everybody bangs on those, right? Obviously, because it doesn't give you a complete vision of what the
Exactly.
figure. So if there's a figure that we get and it's in there, and if there's questions I have, man, does this have double jointed elbows? And we'll pose it to make sure you can see that. I think it's good because it gives anybody that comes to the booth, or if you see it on on pictures and stuff on Facebook or wherever, you have a better idea instead of it just standing in a neutral stance.
Right. Yeah, and it does give like yo, it's like because sometimes like the Doc Eternal I really love. I love that figure. And I had the red one when they did that one.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
it's like this is cool. And then they came out with that updated one. I was like, yeah, red one, you gotta go bye-bye.
yeah.
So I love that one. I didn't grab the other two. Uh, I wish I kind of grabbed the all black one, but I was like, do I really need it? That's I mean, let me think about that. But it was too late, so I was fine with that. So as long as I got the other one, I was good with it. I think that's the one that really has caught me in Mezco's eyes. Besides of Conan and the Predator, I got the other ones. It's like they've made some good figures.
Yeah.
They've put out some good ones. It's just ones that I'm not like I need in my collection.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not nothing against Mezco. I all respect and hats off to them,
Yeah.
but it's been characters that I don't really like. Okay, that's cool. Unless a new Rumble Society character comes out that looks cool, then I was like, all right, let me go ahead and go ahead and put the money down for it. And,
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah, you got to, man. Yeah. I don't think
so
it's a bad thing. I don't think that I don't think I'm obviously I collect Mezco, obviously, right?
right,
So but I don't I even though I collect them and I have opportunities to work with them with certain things, do you know what I mean?
right,
I'm not one of these people that say, "Oh, every Batman that they put out is better than every other Batman that anybody else is putting out." I think that that's a bad way to look at things. Like you said, there's characters that you look at and you like and you'll collect, and then there's characters that aren't, that don't. And I
yeah,
think it's okay to not, see a character or offering from any company and be like, yeah, you know what, it just doesn't ring with me, and I'm gonna take my money and I'm gonna spend it elsewhere or do something else that makes me happy because that's what it's about at the end of the day. I think people are too wrapped up in the fact that it's like it's got to be all or nothing. It doesn't
exactly.
have to be, you know.
And I feel like if you're going to criticize like something like, okay, I have this figure compared to this one, there's a respectful way to do it, and then there's a disrespectful way to do it. Like if
Yeah,
it's critique, like okay, cool, like I wish they would add this, this, this in here. I think it would have enhanced the figure doing this
yeah,
instead of like this figure's trash. They knew they should have put double joint knees on it.
yeah,
Like why would they not do that? Why is no ankle rockers here? Like there's a if I think I put it like this: if I'm if I'm a manager telling you about your like how you're doing in your position,
yeah,
I'm gonna say like, hey, you're a trash employee. You should have did this,
yeah.
this. Like, I, you got to really kind of think about it that way. Like, if somebody was critiquing you
Hmm.
and somebody they came up with the same words that you were using about you, and you're like, yo, like, whoa, let's roll it back now. Hold up, man.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Oh,
who you think you talking? Because it'd be more fist fights in the office than anything.
hmm.
Is a way you got to do it. It's the way you think about it, like how you say it. No matter if it's a big company, a little company, I don't care. Like if you have your hatred for Hasbro, whatever,
Yeah,
there's still a way to do it respectfully. You don't have to be disrespectful in every single way. Like just because you have your own channel, you feel like you can talk anyway on the internet, which I almost feel like anybody does at halftime anyway. But
right.
there's a way to say like, hey, it'd be great if they add a little bit of this here, a little bit of that there
Yeah,
next time if it's possible. Because once again, we've had a lot of insights from people who work in the toy industry right now, where it's
yeah,
like, hey, sometimes we got to cut that cost here, unfortunately, for this due to either a license or
yeah,
we just didn't have the engineering at that time to add that. So maybe next time around we can do that.
yeah,
Or like, hey, we had to use the same mold for this. I just I don't know. It doesn't have to be super like crass and just like, you know what? I'm going to just do, I'm just going to break this down to like everybody so that, tell you why you shouldn't get this. But you just
right.
bought it too. So like, I understand you reviewing it, but
Yeah,
you just bought it too. So
yeah,
now you mad
yeah.
because you bought it and now you stuck with it. Like, hey, what you gonna do? Sell it? So
But what did you buy it for?
exactly.
We talk about this on the show all the time. I think that there's a lot of like uh mis misdirection with some of the things that you're doing, like not you doing, but people like do. Like, did you buy it because you wanted it and then you're reviewing it, or did you buy it specifically because you just wanted to just review it, period? and
Yeah.
we and that we talk about on the show a lot of time, like criticism and everything like that. Like not everything is going to be perfect, man.
Right.
I don't understand that. I've never heard anyone say this is the perfect figure. There's always going to be something that's going to be wrong with the figure. And then also, I guess it's me being older, and I know I've collected most of my life, but especially I've kind of fast tracked the last like what 8, 9 years probably.
Mhm.
But I don't need somebody to tell me their opinion about a figure. No offense to the reviewers out there.
Right.
But
Oh yeah.
you might be a Darius and pose figures, and I don't have that skill level. So your evaluation of articulation, when I'm just going to set it up in a generic pose, it's not going to have any impact on me, right?
Right.
And you might think that there should have been a blue stripe on a figure, and that's what makes the whole figure suck. It's like it comes to a point where it's like I don't need to adopt anybody else's opinion. I just kind of want to hear about the figure, and most of the time, I just buy them myself now. I make my own assessment of it.
Exactly.
But everybody's super critical, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's how you improve product. You know, if 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 the ankle rockers weren't working, I think you should be able to voice that, especially if you're a paying customer. If you didn't buy it, I don't understand that either. You didn't buy it, you don't have any intention of buying it. Why are you complaining about something you don't have in your hand or you're not going to buy? And so, but there's a way that you can do that, you know? Like you said, if somebody came to your job and said, "Hey man, you suck. Everything you do sucks. You need to get better. I hate coming in here every single time and buying stuff from you, but I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep coming in here complaining.
Exactly.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Fix it. I
And
would have bought your last burger, but I hate you."
right.
And it's like,
And
and
it's
instead
funny.
of the
It's for
guy,
the purpose.
yeah, instead of the guy coming behind you and saying, "Hey, you know what? I've been coming here for like 5 years. I love your stuff. I really do. And as a customer, I want to keep coming here. And I think if you made these small things, these just small tweaks, I, as a customer, and a couple other people would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know,
And
I'd love to keep coming here, but I think if the service, like I saw somebody comment about the wait time and stuff like that, I have to wait too long for the burger, or every time I come in here, I don't feel like I'm getting a good customer. I don't want to go someplace else. I'd rather stay here, but I'm telling you this because I want to stay here. You don't have to
exactly.
say it like that, but do you know
Right.
that compared to the other guy, they're going to listen probably to what I said. They're not going to listen to the other guy because there's 100 other guys that are saying the same message. You know?
Yep. I fully agree with you. And not even just say it's just the figure community and reviewers. It's anybody who's reviewing. Like people review the mess. So prime example, Supergirl trailer dropped. Man, how many videos
Yeah.
are that? Hey, let's break this down. Well, I think this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, come on. It's just like a
Yeah.
like at least a 2-minute trailer. That's it. And you're
Yeah.
like breaking down like what you think is gonna happen. Like even with I think like Doomsday Avengers, like people are just like, yo, this is a backstory of it. I'm like, oh my,
Yeah.
can't you what happened to just like, hey, let's wait and see it out. Let's just wait and see. Like I look, not all trailers are great. I'm gonna say this. For the new Street Fighter movie, I see the trailer. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
saw
don't
it.
know.
I was like, what?
It's like, but I'm gonna wait till the movie comes out. Then
Yeah.
I can give you a full on review of like how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's like I don't I don't need to get on like everybody. I know it's the internet. Everybody has a chance to like voice their opinion and stuff like that. But to me it just becomes oversaturated. It's like
it does.
it and we talked about this on the last episode, like I think two episodes ago about the turtles. Like the Mezco put out those turtles,
Right.
and I always say every time I don't care what company it is. I always say wait till you get it in hand. Because these are all, they're prototypes, they're digital renders. You don't know what you're going to get. And
Exactly.
everybody's in a race to compare it to something else. And like one of the big things was like NECA. And I was sitting there thinking, why are you guys comparing this to NECA? Oh, NECA's cheaper. I was like, it's not in scale. I don't collect that line. It's a 7-inch figure. Those 7-inch turtles aren't going to go with anything else that I have. The turtles are going to be towering over my Batman. It doesn't. And so people are so quick to like compare stuff and then bash stuff when it's not even out. And I think the main point that I made about that was is you probably know this, like,
Mm.
I mean, you guys are repeating the same mistakes. Same thing over and over again. We just had two versions of the turtles from Mezco, and I remember those got trashed. Everybody trashed them, and then all of a sudden everybody's looking for those sets. And it's like I don't think a lot of people like learn the lessons from what we go through during the year in collecting, you know? G.I.
Yeah,
Joe is dead. That
yeah,
line is dead. Mezco, they're not gonna do this, they're not gonna do that. Hasbro is, it just it gets to a point where it's just like you're not really enjoying anything. You're
nothing.
just you're on the cusp of always wanting to find something wrong or complain about something and not focusing on trying to just play with your toys and then build with community, that kind of stuff.
Right. And you know what? Honest, I'm guilty of it because like when I see a preview, like a picture of a figure, I'm like, okay, is there a cut here? Looks like there might be a cut. With some
Yeah.
figures, I know like Brandy and my boy. Sorry. Sometimes I
Yeah.
put a Black Series. I know. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not gonna move.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that's not gonna move.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brandy, you're my boy. Much love to you, my man. Just know, like I like there's certain things like I know with like that brand. I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna fly. And
Yeah.
it credit to where credit is. Sometimes sometimes I'm wrong. I'm like, all right, wow, this it blows me out. Like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, like getting this figure. I'm like, I didn't think I was gonna like it this much, but like, dang, I'm like
Yeah.
now, like I'm posing. I'm like, oh man, this is a great figure. Like sometimes yeah, I think it's when we see the picture and it's like, and but when you get in hand, like, okay, yeah, I'll eat my words. I was wrong. I was totally wrong about this. There's trying to think like some of the Storm Arena figures, like Street Fighter figures.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. I
was
heard
like,
those are really good.
they were. I didn't have any, so I was like, whatever. Like, but then at the New York Comic Con, everyone was like, yo, that Ken, man.
Yeah, bro. They were passing
Every-
that kid around, bro.
I was like, all right, well,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, yep, I see what you're talking about now. Yeah, okay, all right. I was like, but this is it. Look, I'm not jumping in. As much as I like it, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. The Ken feels great.
Yeah.
It's not a line that I'm gonna like see myself going into in the future. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
But great figure, hands down. I love it.
Mhm.
Uh, now it's one like the hardest Kens to find. Like, because everybody's like, yo, I need that Ken now. Like,
I heard, yeah. I heard it's sold out everywhere.
yeah.
That
So
exclusive, and then I also heard that the like some of the, even like just the regular was it Ken and Ryu? I heard
yeah,
those are gone too.
gone. You can't find them. Cannot
Yeah.
find them anywhere. Let's see. Let's see what's going on, chat. Because
Yeah.
we like this has been a great conversation. We haven't even talked about you yet, but whew,
Oh yeah. I love the talk, man. I love the talk.
I feel like this is a fireside chat. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
man. That's yeah, yeah.
client of the world today is
I tell
um,
you, yeah, yeah. I just sometimes will write stuff. I do the Dave Chappelle method. I
yeah,
just write stuff on a piece of paper and then I pick it out for the show, and we just do it that way. We just talk about conversation. You can have some good conversation about it. I will say one more thing, really quick, to go back on what you said. Uh, I think it's cool, like if companies put out photos and
mhm,
we all kind of look at them because at the end of the day, you're trying to decide if you're going to spend your money on the figure, right?
right.
I think where that line kind of gets blurred is where everybody makes content or makes the basis of their argument on the fact that they are doing it off that photo. Everybody is like trashing it and it's not out yet.
Yeah,
They're being overcritical. I think you can have those conversations like where you could be like, oh, hey, well, there's not a cut here. I'm wondering if it's going to do that. I'm not trying to dictate people's conversations, but there's a difference, I think, when you have a discussion about it than rather you just, you make 2 or 3 hours of content where you're just complaining about it. It's
yeah,
not productive. And then, like you said later on, what happens when the figure comes out and it actually fixed whatever that was, or you actually like it. How many times have you seen like content creators say, "Oh, this sucks, this blows," and then later on they're reviewing it, and
Yeah,
they don't ever say anything about, "Oh man, I was wrong," or I was mistaken, anything like that. They glaze over that, and so it's just and it has a negative impact in the community, I think. So I think there's a way you can have those discussions in a productive way. And
exactly.
then if you want to shit on it later, I'm sorry, if you want to bash it later, then I think that that's cool. At least you got it in hand and you paid for it. You know,
True.
you know what you're talking about. So,
I think one of the bigger ones I would say this year was Max Spidey. That one, that one.
oh yeah,
Woo!
gosh, man,
That was the hot topic. I'm like, man, yeah.
yeah,
I'm a Spider-Man fan. I'm gonna buy me 2 or 3 of them bad boys. I don't care. Like
yeah,
anybody says, yo, I'm with it.
yeah. But
Don, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry, no, yeah, Chad, I'm sorry.
Don says I think BBTS is in Minnesota or Wisconsin, something like that. I know they said they wanted to make sure they sold out, but they wish they had brought some more. Definitely, I wish they did too. Johnny says being sold out of anything before Sunday is such a bittersweet feeling. Awesome and grateful that you made all those sales. Sucky that you could have had way more sales. Very true. He also says, do you regularly keep tabs of your pre-orders that you're waiting to ship out? Always. Yeah, because this time of year, man, Hasbro be killing me.
Yeah.
Man, they think I'm Daddy Warbucks. I am not.
Yeah.
They be like, yo, you got money? We see you got paid. Run us our money. Like, why? Because we're shipping this
Yeah.
all out for you. Like, that's $200 worth of stuff. It don't matter to me. You paid for it. You pre-ordered it. It ain't my fault. You shouldn't have pre-ordered it. I'm like, oh, y'all right.
Yeah.
I remember the rush to go back and pre-order Turtles after they were displayed at SDCC 2023. Luckily, Henry hooked me up with a set.
Yeah. I had to so I'm sorry, real quick. So they put that solicitation up, everybody trashed that set. And that's why I was saying it's in contrast to like that set that they just put up, the movie
Yeah,
Turtles, Mezco did. I was like, we've already done this story before. Everybody's repeating the same thing. And so I remember when they had it as SDCC, it's getting creamed before SDCC. So we get to SDCC when they had the turtles, and I was looking at them, and I go, "Wow, these are better than I thought they were gonna be." I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Can I do like macro shots on these?" He's like, "What?" I was like, "Can I do detailed shots to show people?" Because everybody complained about it wasn't gonna have articulation, the details were gonna be lacking and stuff like that. I was like, "Can I take a couple?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So take a couple of shots, and then we put it out there, and then there's other content creators covering it, and then everybody's like, "Oh God, I got to get these set now." And then you saw later on, FOMO kicks in, and then also when the turtles come out, and people start seeing it can do stuff, and that set was going for like $600-800. I'm like, oh my gosh, man! It's
yeah.
like just yeah, just kind of wait.
The only thing I still have a problem with from Mezco, and
Yeah,
this is a long time ago when they were just like fondly like a newborn, making figures.
yeah,
It's like Judge Dredd. He's falling apart now at the scene. Like the
yeah. The pleather stuff,
yeah.
material.
But this is
Yeah,
the very first Judge Dredd that they did.
yeah,
That one. And I love it to death. I was like, yo, they did Judge Dredd. Like, yo, I need to get this. And I still have it. But my
yeah,
boy, his goods ain't living up to where it needs to be.
yeah.
But he's still hanging in there.
Oh,
Rob,
does he? Is it chipping away, or is it
yeah,
okay?
it's starting to chip. I don't like he's just in his standard pose and he's just kind of just started chipping, like falling off.
Yeah,
Rob says my biggest gripe with companies like Fresh Monkey and Mezco is their wait times, not the actual product. Yes. So Fresh Monkey, yes. I I would say to this degree, I had the original like the set of Monster Force. And I'm like, Dad, when are these coming out?
yeah,
They're coming out. When are they coming out? All right, I'm canceling half of these because I can't. Like this is
yeah,
crazy. And I told him, and I was very pleasant to him. Like when I said see him at least, I was like, look, I was like, I'm
yeah,
super excited for these figures. I love these figures. I was like, but that wait time. He's like, I know. He's like, we understand. We heard. Like we're changing a couple things, and that to me, like, okay, you listen, cool. But I say
Mhm.
like, yo, your wait time sucks, sir. Like, come on, step the game. No, I
Yeah,
could have been like that, been a jerk about it, but no. I just said, like, look. Love them figures. They're great figures, but that long wait time was what killed the hype for me.
Yeah. I try to tell people in the Mezco groups, and like you try to it when you so I have like this I'm in this unique position where like I have I've I've worked with them quite a
Mhm.
few times, right? Like the conventions and stuff, and then also I have like access to like certain people,
Right,
and then also you get to talk to Mez, like Mez was on the show before. And so you get sourced information, and but it's hard to like sometimes pass that information on or try to help people, inform people, like so they can make another decision, a different perspective,
right.
by giving them information. If you say it still sucks, but at least you're trying to tell people because they've always been accused of not being transparent enough. So if you tell somebody, hey, well, the wait time is because of licenses, if you look at it's all the licensed characters that usually get pushed back pretty far. And it's
Which
because you're dealing with the licensor,
right,
right? And so, but at least you can tell somebody that. And but even if they say, oh, it's bullshit, that's not true. It's like but you're giving them the information. Sometimes I wonder, like, do people really want the answer, or do you just really want to just complain about it? Their wait times on the licenses have gotten better. It used to be pretty extensive, but
look
you
here. We
know,
won't go into the longest one of them all.
yeah, well, yeah. There's like three. There's like Batman. There's Mister Freeze. Some of those are like development things, but even when he was on, he
Mm.
even clarified about the reasons why those things take long, and you know, some of it has to do with licensing, some of it has to do with materials.
Yeah, I heard that was the issue. Was like with the Batman '89. It was like really because of the material that was being used.
Yeah, yeah, and that was a brand new figure for them. It's not like it was the seamless stuff. They was using a different exoskeleton for it. That's stuff that was kind of like cutting edge for them, out of their wheelhouse. It led to some good stuff because now you have I don't have you seen Tangerine before?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah. That is the byproduct of all of that stuff. That's, it's not all the exoskeleton, but it has some. It has double jointed arms, but they use modified, female arms. So they're plastic. They're not that. And with that seamless body, I like it a lot because you get a lot more range, a lot more than you do with the figures. But, sometimes you gotta, break a few eggs, make an omelet, right?
yeah,
But like, but they've always said that their wait times, like, it's because of all that stuff that they have to deal with, like licensing and everything else like that, and there's a lot of like little hoops that they have to run through. But people don't want to hear that. They're like, I paid my money now. I want my figure now. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, what do you do?
What I would love to see from Mexico is like the engineering from when they first started to where they are now with like the articulation. That'd be great without like the suits on like where the engineering is now for them from where they
Oh
kind
man,
of started. Like just have like kind of pictures like, hey, this is how we were engineering our figures to now this is how we're going forward with now. That would be good to see. Kind of like from the start to where you are now. Uh
yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
think like I asked them about that one time because when they first started, I don't know if you remember because you've been collecting a long time too. You remember when they used to do those? They used to do these artist conceptions that they would put out, and it would show the figure. And then, if you even look it up, I'm sure you can Google it. They used to have the articulation breakdown where the suit and the body was stripped away, and you just saw all the articulation points.
I'm trying to remember. I think I do, but I barely remember.
Yeah, it was all broken down. Like one of them, I think if you look up the Dark Knight Returns figures. They broke that figure completely down. But
Maybe
I
that's
think that helps. That helps people kind of say, "Oh, okay, I can see where the articulation points." That helps me. That also helps me understand how much engineering design went into the figure. And I guess slowly they just kind of got away from that. I honestly think talking to him, and this isn't anything he didn't say on the hangout, but I think that they just kind of got burnt out with like a lot of the negative press, and they were just like, you know what, there's nothing we can do or say, so we're just gonna let the product speak for itself.
I get it.
And it kind of worked, but then they they've made strides past that because I, to go back what we talked about in the first part of the show, you know how I said everybody says that nobody talks to you at the Mezco booth. I call bullshit on it anyway, but because I've been there and if I'm in a Mezco collecting community and I was at the booth, how bad does it look if you come up and you say something to me? I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
I would get creamed, man. So it's like there's no
exactly.
way that Darius, KJ, me, myself, and the other guy are there, and we're not talking to people. It may not be the things that you want to hear, or you might ask a question. It's like, sorry, we can't talk about that, or it may not be the people that you want to talk to. I think everybody wants access to Mez. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
But at least there are people there, like talking to you. And when they brought us on, like I think that that's their attempt to kind of like reconnect with the community because they know we're from the community. Do you know what I mean? Like we're
no, I
collectors
get it.
and
To kind of bridge that gap. Like, look, okay, you got people from the community, and here we are, like trying to work together, like to make it show, like, hey, we're listening, and showing
yeah,
at the same time that we understand
yeah,
what's going on.
yeah,
No, yeah, it makes sense. Makes total
yeah.
sense.
So they
John,
did. They were transparent, but I think they're trying to get to back to that. But it's just a slow process.
yeah, it always is. But it's like whatever no matter what. Sometimes what you do, you just can't win.
Yeah, yeah, man. It sucks.
John says, "Shut up! How dare you encourage me not to raise my blood pressure? Toy company does something I don't like."
We shouldn't be stressing out over toys, man.
Yeah,
Seriously.
stressing out over bills. That's what I'm stressing out. Dang, these toys.
Yeah,
My boy, these toys.
yeah,
That Street Fighter trailer actually had me hyped for the movie. I'm totally down for a cheesy movie. You know, like I don't know how to feel. Like I think I got to see more than just that trailer for that movie.
yeah,
But like, I have no problem. Everybody kind of looks like the Cody, like my boy Cody. Like, yo, he got that flat top. I'm like, yo,
yeah. Cody, yeah.
it looks so off. It's like, you know what? Let it. I'll just let it ride. I don't even care at this point.
Maybe
Uh,
they're gonna make up with it with story and special effects. They're gonna like I saw that flash kick he did on that one dude,
yeah.
and when I saw that I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? Are they gonna ground this in reality, or is this just what they're showing us, and they're gonna add some After Effects in post where he just like that, just
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
yeah,
So I was like, yo, like I think they were ping ponging somebody off of me, like slam somebody or something. I'm like, good lord, like, yo, that dude should be dead, ain't he?
yeah. I saw Roman in there too, and then
Yeah,
50 was in. I was like, and it's just kind of chuckle. I don't know if I'll go to the theaters to go see it. I'll definitely watch it. Just, just for the, just for the,
I'm like 50. Yeah, I was like, when they show like the individual posters, like 50, like with that ball, like, yo, man, like I understand you trying to keep it to like the character, but that haircut ain't working on 50.
I think, but like you said, just like with Cody, I think that maybe that's what they're trying to reach for.
Yeah.
They're trying to like parody this video game that, I mean, like if you really think about it, it's, it's like, okay, guy with a flat top, a chick, with thighs that, that can spin and, she can spin on her hands and spin. A sumo wrestler can launch himself as a projectile. And I mean, Blanca, come on. I think that they're just kind of like, they're looking at this going, yeah, we can have some fun with this because if you look at it as a whole, it's like, this isn't very realistic.
No, it is not. Even with like when they did, not talking about the one that Warner Brothers did recently, but the original Mortal Kombat. Like
Oh, yeah,
they
with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
no, not the Street Fighter, but the original Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Christopher
yeah.
Lambert.
Yeah, yeah,
They,
yeah, yeah.
they, they did good. They made it like it's still Mortal Kombat, but it was like okay, like this is not bad.
Yeah.
Like, this is a decent story. Like hey, fight. They just kept it like look, we'll just keep it as it is in the game. Really don't need
Hmm.
to make changes. Here we go.
Yeah.
Uh, hey, what's going on? Art says happy holiday, everyone. Happy holidays to you too, sir. Um, Rob says, I thought the SHF Guts was a legit fatal flaw in the fact that he couldn't hold a sword. I had zero issue torching that figure. Now, yes, I fully agree with you. I bought
Yeah.
that Guts. I was sorely upset because the hand kept falling off. Like legit, like this ridiculous. But when I bought the model kit,
Hmm.
uh, I forget the company that did it. That one was so much better. But it had the Berserker. It's a Berserker armor kit, but it was
Hmm.
10 times better than what SHF put out. And I'm
But
like,
you had, but you had it in hand.
yeah. And
That's
and I'm a big Berserk fan. I love Berserk, and I want good figures from it. But SHF, like there's no point in me having Guts if his hand gonna fall off, and then getting the rest of the line. It's like and just be disappointed with just that one figure because it's always gonna sit in my head like, yo, what if I get this Griffith and a horse's leg falls off or something falls off of Griffith? Griffith can't do what I want him to do. Like it's it makes you rethink. So yeah, I agree, Robert. That one, yeah, that was issue. He also says a lot of reviewers I watch refrain from commenting on figures' appearance. However, they tee off on the accessories or lack of thereof, and that's legit.
I think that's legit. Like I
Yeah.
said, like if it's like something visual and like if it's a conversation, like I don't know how to describe it. It's not that. I think flagging certain stuff that's like that is I think that's fair. You can
Yeah.
talk about whatever you want. I started shutting people down and not listening when somebody says, "Oh, this figure can't do this." I'm like, "Oh my gosh," because most of the time when people say that, it's always wrong, and it's always how I was telling you about sometimes at the Mezco booth.
Mhm.
I'll watch some shows, and there's guys that I like take little notes. And then somebody will say, "Oh, that figure can't do this. It's not going to be able to do this." And if the figure can do it at the show, I'll do it. Darius will do it too. Like it's just to kind of show like that kind of evaluation. But if like Mezco, they just put out those turtles, and a lot of people said the feedback was is that it seemed like it was less on the accessories. Even the price was low. The
Mhm.
accessory count's not that high, right? That's something I get. A lot of people, it's a more of an observation, but like
Yeah.
you know, people weren't really complaining about it, but they were just, it's like an observation. That kind of stuff I get. It's just when you go on these 2 hour rants talking about a figure can't do something or won't be able to do something when it's not even out yet.
Exactly. Yes.
Those are the kind of conversations I'm like, I don't want to listen to this. It's not worth it.
And I think it depends on the character too. If people like really love the character, because I know like if it's a Spider-Man figure, can it do this? Can it do that? Can it
Yeah. It's a
crouch
higher
jump?
bar.
I'm like, Dad, no, you want to like you? Why should you become Spider-Man at that point?
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's a feel like, and I understand. Like, look, I'm a Spider-Man fan, hands down. As you can
Yeah.
see, there's a bunch of Spider-Man on the Sentinel right now, but I am a Spider-Man fan. I enjoy Spider-Man.
Right.
I like I love that I can get it down to a cross position, but that's not always what I'm going to have him in either.
Yeah.
I want him in different. Like I want to see like how he articulates when he does like a kick or a punch. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's certain things like with Spider-Man, like and there's certain look, and it's always a whoever draws him is always like a certain different body type, certain look to the suit, different colors and
Yeah.
shadings to it. So it's not always going to be perfect to where like, hey, Spider-Man is going to be able to do all this. It could be John Romita Spider-Man. It could be Tom McFarlane Spider-Man. Like different look, different way that it's going. It could probably work out. But yeah, we know Spider-Man is a very agile character. So
Yeah. You made a
uh,
good point about like just artists, right? It's the
yeah,
same thing with companies. Every company is going to do whatever character that is differently.
exactly.
And really quick, spoiler alert, it's never going to be perfect.
Nope.
I mean, God, like you have, I don't know how many really good Spider-Man figures that we've gotten from all companies. Like Rebel Tech, Mafex, Legends.
Yeah.
What's the one thing that you hear no matter what? Every reviewer, no matter what Spider-Man comes out, no matter how near close perfect it is or how good it is, they all say the same thing. It's not perfect. They could have done this. And your it could have done this is probably different than somebody else's. It could have done this. So it's
Yeah,
never going to be perfect. So why not just enjoy what you got? Like this is the offering they got, you know? If it's damn
exactly.
near a 98%, why is everybody focusing on the 2%?
It's just the way, unfortunately, it's just the way of the world.
I know, man. It sucks, man.
Yeah. Hey, Tizzle, what's going on? How you doing? Also, happy belated birthday and shout out to my boy Distant Val. Don says somehow I never had an issue with any of the plethora of my Mezcos, and I do not do anything special for storage. I don't think it's like on the newer ones. I think it's on the like their first ones that they had. So I
Yeah.
think it's nothing on the newer ones. It's originally when they were first starting out because I know my Judge Dredd, he is like falling, like somebody's trying to shed a little bit. I
I
did not
don't
shake
put
down anybody at Allegiance Con, Dom. You know what? No, I didn't shake down. I didn't shake down anybody. What you talking? No.
he said 50.
Yeah. So I did take a picture of the Donna party, and I was like, yo, the guy posted. I was a little bit of my feelings on that one. Like, yo, I took a picture. I thought it was a cool picture of the Donna party.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah. I was like, feel kind of like slide. He's like, oh, he's like, I didn't, yeah. He's like, I didn't see. He's like, oh, it looks great. He's like, I'll
Mm-hmm.
repost it. Still has to repost it. I'm like, yo, I was like, I would look. I was in my feelings at that moment. Yeah, Doc. Like, look, I can be in my feelings. I thought it was a good picture. That's all. That was it. I like.
You don't repost my stuff.
I like to see them redo the '89 Batman or Batman Returns Batman. I still haven't figured out that '89 Batman.
Yeah, it's I think a lot I think if you're a Mezco collector, it's a leap from what you're used to, and it just I haven't had any issues with it. You know the alien figure?
Yeah.
Sometimes I get a little petty, but that alien figure, everybody was saying that there's broke down and stuff like that, and it sucked. It couldn't pose, and so I'll take pictures of that thing, like doing different poses and stuff like that, so to show it does have range. But every December, every year, I take a picture of it to show what condition it is in. Every year, I haven't had any breakdown on mine, but I don't keep mine under lights.
Mm.
Like hot display lights. I don't leave it in dynamic poses for long periods of time. I do whatever I do and then I put it back in the neutral pose. I don't put any kind of chemicals on mine. And then also, I'm in Florida and it's humidity, the humidity is crazy here. I keep my stuff in an air conditioned environment and I haven't had problems with any of my figures. But that's just me. That's my experience. You might live someplace else. So,
No, yeah, no, makes sense.
yeah.
Uh, I remember buying the first Dark Knight Mezco Batman and thinking $65 for action figures insanity. Now I'm wishing for that price. Yo,
Yeah.
man. Well, you know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
I had all the Dark Knight Returns Batmans. I had the PX version,
Uh-huh.
I had the regular version, and the only one I think no, I'm sorry, the only one I didn't have was the exclusive. I think it was like the black and white version.
Yeah, yeah, yep. The Toy Fair one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, was that the Toy Fair? Or was it, there was one that was offered down in I think in Mexico
Oh,
convention?
that's the Puerto Rican Comic Con one.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't have that
Yeah.
one either.
Yeah.
So I had those two, like the PX version. I did not know, like when I sold that, yo, it was going for big dollars.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, I can handle this. I was like, all right, cool. Like, I was like, I got the one already. It's like PX version is great, but it's like I can go ahead and sell this one off. I wish I hadn't sold that one off.
Yeah. You know what Dom said, like 65. So when they were 65, when I first came in, you remember the deluxe Punisher, the PX Punisher?
Yes.
So that one was like over 100. And I remember thinking to myself, I go, oh, I don't know if I want to buy this because I was like, this is so expensive.
Yeah.
And then a guy I knew, he was trying to talk me into buying two of them. He's like, you should get two. I'm like, why? That's like over 200 plus bucks.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, but look at all the armory stuff. And this is when I'm first starting. I'm not thinking forward thinking like that.
Hmm.
And he's like, "Yeah, look at all the stuff that you can get with it." I'm like, "Oh God!" But he talked me into it, so I got two, right? And I probably for like a month I was kicking myself like, why did I spend this much money? And now I don't even think twice.
Yeah,
And prices nowadays are even more than they were before. It's just
exactly.
yeah, it's just I wish they were 65 and under 100 now.
Man, the day, who you telling? Like, I wish that's the one thing I regret selling of my Mezcos was that Dark Knight Returns Batman. Like, because I sold both of them off. I was like, yeah, it's like, all right. Because I feel like the PS version was great because it came with all the additional stuff. Like, there was extra stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, like, yeah, this is great. Like, this is dope. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I was like, without Robin, without Carrie, I was like, I don't know
Yeah.
where Superman is. Like, it's just like it's the Batman by himself. Who you fighting? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I get it. Don't get me wrong, I loved it, but man, I do. Yeah, I kind of wish for those prices again. Woo!
Yeah.
At least German accent.
Hmm?
Oh, at least God doesn't have a German accent this time. Yeah, that is true. Jean-Claude
Yeah.
Van Damme is none way around. He's not giving him the German accent. Johnny says 50 already won with getting back at Denver. Yo, you can find he is the most pettiest man, but the most diabolical man I've seen out there. He's like, yo, ABC,
Yeah.
you doing the interview? All right, I'm doing it with you. Because he can get there in prison, right? Yeah, all right, cool. All right.
Yeah, I heard about that. He's like, what network you from? Yeah. That prison doesn't pick that one up. I don't want to do it with you.
Exactly. Like, yo,
ABC, I'll do it with you. And, I was like, geez, man, he's oof.
I'm like, yo, my man, whew. What 50 was there he go? Golly. Oh, come on now.
Well, he's
Yo. He said, I thought 50 was Danny Glover at first.
oh yeah, yeah. He does look like him kind of like in that one thing. Yeah.
I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah.
I think this fun fact. I just got my first Mezco purchase today, holiday.net. Awesome.
Oh, nice, man. Congrats, man. Yeah, I think I told him congrats. I asked him what he thought about it.
See, any dot knock's great. Like any dot knock you get is great. Been watching ToyPaige in anticipation for his arrival. Oh, nice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Don says the 2% is what YouTube and social media rewards with clicks and views. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brian says I have 3 Spider-Man figures, Renew Your Vow, 77, and the Battle Damage Magic one. Yeah, I would think the only one I don't have is the 77 one. No, do I have a 77? I
I
can't
love
remember.
that Renew Your Vows one. I have that one. Oh,
Yeah. Renew Your Vows. I feel like Renew Your Vows and Max Spidey are great. But the one I really love is the came in the anime series 2-pack VHS set. No, he came with Vulture. That's what it was. He came with that 2-pack with Vulture.
oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have that the VHS one. I got the
That one to me, the colors are perfect on it.
hmm
Fit. I enjoyed that one more. I think that's like one of my top 3,
hmm
Max and Renew Your Vows,
hmm
just because the colors on it are just so perfect. I don't care if it's on sunspot body mold. I I love it. Excuse me, sunfire body mold. I should say sunfire, not sunspot. Sunfire.
Yeah, that's a good body. I like that one.
Jonathan used his status to get armor. I did not. Yo, I did not get it. I
You
don't
didn't
have.
get in though, right? Didn't you said you didn't get in, right?
I got in. I
Oh.
built my figure, but I have no like whatever status y'all think I got. I have none. Let's put it like that. This is my status. Minuscule, 0, almost close to basically 0 to -1. I don't
Yeah.
have that status like these other gentlemen over here, like the amazing. I can't pull tables at a restaurant.
Yeah, you know what? Like, geez, man.
Like I just like, yeah, you guys, come on in, come on, in. You know me, come on. But yeah, Don says I think the Puerto Rico one goes for like $600 or more these days. Good
Oh
Lord.
god, yeah. I remember when I bought mine. I forgot how. No, I have it written down on my phone. I write everything down on my phone, but I remember that one, and then the black and white one, because
Yeah.
I started collecting when they started, you know,
Mhm.
but it was sporadic. I wasn't completing the line, and so I think it was probably a year or two before I actually was like, I really like these figures. I'm gonna backtrack, and I start backtracking, and those two are ones that I'm like, oh my gosh, it was just the Puerto Rican Comic Con because they're so limited, and then
Yep.
everybody knew it, and that I think when I didn't pay this much, but when I was looking for a black and white Dark Knight Returns, it was like 5 grand, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna pay that. That Puerto Rican Comic Con one was like $1,600 at that time.
Mm.
At that time,
That's
and I'm
still
just like, that's a lot of money, man.
yeah. Good. Yeah, it's like I don't.
Yeah,
I should have hung on to him. Like, yo, let me go ahead and get that 3 grand for that Batman. You want it? Yeah, 3 grand. You can't get it
yeah.
anywhere else.
Well, yeah, and it's cool because like even though I have it,
Mhm.
I think I've taken it out probably like 3 or 4 times because
Right.
it's a limited figure. You don't want to mess it up or do stuff. But I've taken pictures with it a couple of times. But it's almost like I can't imagine spending 3 grand for that figure. I didn't pay that, but I can't imagine spending 3 grand and then it just sits in the box.
Yeah. I
So
still like, because I had mine out. I posed and like I had them with the rifle.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Like, yo, this thing is dope. Like, but that was
yeah.
like before they put like art like bendy wire in the cape. So the cape just draped there.
Yeah.
Yo,
And those clips, they used to have the clips on it. I was like,
yes,
yeah, those clips. I I talked to him about that one time. I was like, hey, it's like, what was the process and thought process behind the clips and stuff? And he was like, yeah, we were just trying to figure out a way to do it. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm glad you guys upgraded to the wires now. And he's like, yeah. He said he just wasn't in the cards at that time.
I always feel like the early ones are like hot toys. Like you can't have them posed for too long because then they get stuck. Because like with hot toys, like I have the Spider-Man Hot Toys one,
Hmm.
and buddy Alex, he told me he's like, yeah, sometimes you gotta be careful because the fabric starts like if you have them posed, have them in a posed for too long, the
Yeah,
fabric it starts sagging that spot. I'm like, nah, I'm like Spider-Man, you just stand straight up, like you're cool, like
yeah.
sleep, and this is static pose, we're good. I just know that I have you. That makes me feel good right there.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, because like I said, I'll read comments and stuff like that, and a lot of things nowadays, you can't. I can tell people certain things, but they're not going to listen. And so nowadays, what I do is like I'll just show people. And so like there was a thing for a while, like that Amazing Spider-Man that came out.
Yeah,
Some guy was saying, "Oh, this figure it has no range, you can't pose." And I'm like, "I'll do it. That's fine." And so I put him all these yoga poses and did a bunch of stuff. And I was like, "You can do it. You just got to learn the body design. It's just like
yeah,
anything. It takes time." And I think a lot of people, because they're expensive figures, they don't want to break them. They've had issues in the past with pieces breaking, so there's that stigma. They don't want to destroy it because it's an expensive figure, so they don't really push it. For me, I don't care. I'll push them. And so, you can get those poses and stuff out of there. But even though I do that stuff, I won't leave them in those poses.
yeah. No, I get it. Like I think right now, like my South Night Batman, he's in one pose, but I'll tell you this: I do love the one Batman I do love that I have right now is the Batman from the Batman movie. I like my
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I like my Robert Pattinson Batman.
yeah.
He fits so well with because I got the remote control Mattel the Batman Batmobile.
I got that one too. Yeah,
Yo, I'm like I understand time made hit, but I feel like that one is still hands down like one of the best ones because even if you know you may have to take it apart to fit Batman in there, but at least you can
yeah,
fit him in
yeah,
there and it looks great and it lights up and just recharge it. Like, yo, this thing
yeah.
is hands down like one of the best ones. Like, yo, lights up, and I can actually drive Batman through the streets like
Yeah, doing the wheelchair.
in the way. Like, yeah, go on, Batman. Nah,
Did you unscrew it, or did you just put them in through the window?
um, so I didn't actually. I put the Mafex blue and gray Batman in there. I didn't actually put him in there yet,
Okay.
but I know somebody was showing off where you can unscrew it and then put a figure in there. But I was like, that's too many screws to be messing with because it's like,
It is, man. I unscrewed the bottom and I just left it so it's kind of like a canopy. You could just put it back over. It's a little cumbersome, but then I figured out too you can put them through the window. And then I
yeah,
heard the new McFarlane one. I heard one of the doors opens so you don't have to go through all that.
yeah. I mean, I could do that, but I feel like this one, like the Mattel one, is very well done. Like the lights,
Yeah.
everything. It just, I think it gives it more of like the aesthetic of it with the lights coming on, then you have the lights in the back,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and still, it is you can still play with the car. Like you can just drive it around if you want. Like, hey, look, I'm just driving my little RC car around with Batman in there.
Mm-hmm.
If I had pets, I'd be torturing them with them. Like, yeah, Batman's coming to get you.
Make a little makeshift ramp and have it jump.
Exactly. Instead of me just going zoom.
Yeah.
um, Don said we did get booed to online, boat to online for the armory. I'm confused now. You know me. I'm so confused. I am so confused. Grace is done. Did you get to have any fun hanging out with Ryan? What? Legion's Con? I did see him when I did get in line for one of the figures. Talked to him real quick, and then I wasn't feeling too good that day, so I had to dip out. I was feeling sick. I had woke up like not feeling super great, but I was like, I'm still gonna go for Legion's Con, and then yeah, I rolled out a little bit. Grace says, if you could have one figure reissued and one figure updated from your favorite lines, what would you want? Oh man,
That's a hard one.
yeah, I don't.
Can I do two?
You might get yeah.
I'd love if Mezco did an updated version of Punisher. I don't want that one Punisher that they were doing lately in that comic run, the Shadow, the
Oh,
Shadowland run. No,
yeah,
I don't. Just like even if they redid the versions that they did before, but just with updated bodies, I think that would be a hit. It's been so long since they had those. Most people
yeah.
missed out. They don't want to pay aftermarket. I think, and besides his Punisher, I think people would buy that. And then the other one would be Daredevil.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah, with the bodies and the suit materials that they have that they use now, and then the bodies that they have now. I think that doing Daredevil, do the red suit, the Shadowland version. I don't know about the 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 maroon and yellow. I don't know if people are on it like that, but those
yeah.
two versions, I think it would sell pretty well.
I think for me, a update figure would be that Captain America that they did with the it still had the scales on it with the belt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was,
They did that one, right? The Golden Age one kind of looks like that one.
but I want the like that more modern age one with the brown belt.
Oh, the brown and the boots too. Yeah, he had brown boots too. Yeah.
I will want that one updated, which is great. I love that one, and I did sell it off, but I was like, yeah, yeah, I was like, it's a good cap, but it's not there yet. I felt like, in my opinion, um,
Yeah.
a reissue figure. Oh, good lord, be that Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, I would buy that in a heartbeat now. You have me on that one.
Yeah, I'd love to see them, yeah, do that. Again, same thing with the
Mhm.
new body stuff that they have going on right now and the materials. And then you would, like you said before, you would have that wired cape
Yep,
instead of the clips now. So,
that'd be. I think that one would sell out like hotcakes.
oh yeah.
Don says a good tip on Green Goblin and Storm Shadows to spin the mid torso around. Super easy to do and gives a bit. Crunch.
Yeah, he knows the hack. Yep. Yep. You could do that with most of them. I wouldn't do like some of them I wouldn't do because like some of them are attached and if you do it you'll snap the ball peg in it. But
Oh yeah.
I do that with a couple of them, like my Gomez figures. I did it with Spider-Man. Yeah, you can do it with most of them.
Hmm.
You can do it with Goblin too, but it's you got to be very careful.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't have. I don't think I. Yeah, didn't get any of those. As that, I didn't. They weren't my style. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Down to the good mod with Patterson and Batman is to remove the collar, then put it back on over the cape. No cutting or gluing needed. Just some heat.
yeah, yeah. That's another. You got some good hacks. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't. You know what? Because I just have him just in the static pose. I think the problem is that I think the flow of the cape on him, it doesn't sit on the shoulders. I think that's the only issue with that Patterson Batman. It's like it doesn't really like trying to get it flat to sit on the shoulders. It really doesn't do that, which I wish it kind of did a little bit.
yeah. I really like. I think with him, I spent quite a while. A lot of people said that about. They say that about um, Doc Knock
Hmm.
and who was else was it? Doom.
Oh, dude, man, they knocked it out of the park with that.
Yeah, that figure. And then the Batman 89.
Hmm.
If you like somebody was like I said, this is like a petty thing. Somebody said something about Batman 89's cape. They were like, "Ah, you can't lay it flat." I'm like, "All right." I think so if you go back probably like 2 years. I did it on my first San Diego. I think I spent like 10 minutes. They were like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm making sure the cape is flat." They were like, "Why?" I was like, because everybody says they can't do it. And they're like, "Okay, Paige, whatever." And so I put it up there. But if you go back like 2 years, you'll see the cape like laying flat. And I was
Yeah,
like, yeah, because everybody said you can't do it. So man, it just takes a while. You got to kind of like some of them you kind of like tuck underneath like there's a thing right here. You just tuck it underneath and fold it under and work the wire. But it's not like it takes time to do it. But you can do it. It's just takes time.
yeah. No, like I said, I love that Batman too. Like that Batman, it's amazing. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, he's so much great. See. That was just that guy. Oh, the guy that bowed to us in the army. Yeah, we were in the army line. The guy was like, "How you doing?" I was like, "Okay, okay, cool. Like, hey, you bowing? All right, cool. That's what we doing. That's what we doing." What's going on, Yimbo? How you doing, buddy?
Oh yeah, Yimbo.
He says, "Happy Friday, dudes. Happy Friday to you too, sir."
Happy Friday, man.
Don says, "I recently sold the original Daredevils for $100 each. I love a new one. Better bodies now. Yeah,
Yeah.
he also says, I love a reissue of the PSCC gig from Hell or Cousin Eddie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't have any of those. I did have, what's his name? Uh,
Gomez?
no, not Gomez. It was the green guy, the blue, like kind of blue guy. No, he's blue.
Vapor?
Yes, I had
Yeah.
Vapor.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he was cool when I got him. I was like, yeah, he's great. And I was like, man, this is a ton of accessories. I don't even know if I'm ever going to display my accessories.
Yeah. They put lunch in there.
I was like, yo, like, all right. I was like, yo. And then I think I was also slimming down too. Like, I slimmed down a lot of my Mezcos. So I kept both of my Conans. I had the Predator.
Hmm.
I still got my Judge Dredd. Blade, I kept. I had to keep Blade because Blade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who else? I still got buddy of mine's grabbed Sovereign Batman for me. I think I had Damien. Oh, and I have Superman. That was a good one. I enjoyed that Superman. That Superman looked great.
The Man of Steel one or the Christopher Reeves one?
The Man of Steel one.
Yeah, that's a really good one, man.
That one, I love it. Was and then Rob Patterson Batman and Doc Knock.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. There's somebody else I had and I can't remember. Because I did have Wolverine. I sold him off. Trying to think. There's somebody else I had and I sold off to, and I can't remember. I don't even remember. But They were great figures. Don't get me wrong. I loved them. They were great figures. But it's just like, all right, do I really have a love for these to keep them? No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing wrong
Oh,
with that, man. I'm
yeah.
sure somebody else out there is like, yes, I finally got this figure, you know?
I feel like the hardest ones to sell for me was the Nautilus crew.
Oh man, I love that one, man. I love it. I like Captain Nemo, the Nautilus.
Yeah,
Uh,
I loved it, but it was just like a lot of space with that wave rider. I'm like, yo, you take up a
yeah.
lot of space.
Yeah.
Like, I love you, but you taking up a lot of space. Oh,
Yeah.
Solomon King. I forgot still have him.
He's a really good figure.
He is. He has a lot of stuff too. Like,
That's a plus for them. They usually, I mean, they've over the last couple of releases that they've put out, I don't know if it has to do with everything that's going on, but they're known for their accessories, man. They put a lot of that Fantastic Four. That I
yeah.
think I've always been like, oh, this is a lot of accessories. When I opened that Fantastic Four set, I
Mhm.
was sitting there and there's like two or three trays, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just like this is a lot. This for me, it was a lot. I'm like, wow.
I can believe it. I can believe it. I do have one question for you. So, with the Solomon King, was that a license? Is that one that they had to pay license for, or is it just like, hey, it's kind of like you kind of do what you want with it?
I
Do you-
don't because I know that they based it off of that artwork that they had,
okay.
and I don't, you know what? Because I don't like their licensing. I wouldn't feel comfortable talking about it, but I don't
No,
know
that's
how
it.
they do it or what they do it for. I found out the other day that there's the Shadow.
Yeah. Hmm.
You know how they put out the Shadow figure, right?
Right.
I was doing some research the other day, and I found out that that's going to be like public domain.
Really?
Coming up, I think in December 26th or 29th.
Oh wow.
And so I was thinking, I go, wow, are all these companies going to start doing the Shadow now? Because it was a pretty hot property. I was like, can Mezco redo it because it was so popular? But I don't know how they do some of their license because they did Popeye. I
Mhm.
thought Popeye was public domain.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
know,
there's a, you know,
yeah. You know, I'm really surprised they haven't like kind of reached into like doing like a Tarzan or the Phantom. Like, I love the Phantom.
oh yeah,
Yo, if they did a Phantom, go ahead and sign me up. I'm down for it.
I
Like,
think they will. I think they will one day.
even Dom says like a Mezco Zorro would. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they do really well with the pulp characters. Like they have Doc Savage coming out.
Yeah.
I wonder sometimes that if it's because the product is really good once it comes out, but like when you're advertising it,
Mhm.
a lot of like Dick Tracy. I love Dick Tracy,
Right.
and when that came out, everybody's like, "Who is this?" So it's almost like a disconnect. I think they try to be careful with that because
Yeah.
when they put Dick Tracy out, they put Prune Face out. I mean, when
Yeah.
Prune Face first came out, everybody's like, "Oh, what's this Thanos character?" You know, and it was like nobody knew. So I think they were trying to be a little cautious about putting these characters out because they didn't know if it would resonate. But now it seems like it's picking up steam, and
Yeah.
so you can do those characters like Zorro and
If
Doc
they
Savage and Phantom.
so if you like they do a film like do the one with the black and white underwear and then just do one with like the plain black underwear. Whew.
Oh, the Phantom.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Like, yeah, man, I might have me for both. I'm like, yeah, let me get both of them Phantoms right there. That's good for me.
Dude, I think it'd be cool if they did a regular version, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, maybe they do the alternate version like that, but they do an MDX version with a horse.
Yes.
With a horse.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. They would have me. I'm telling you, like I'd be like, yeah, go ahead and take my money. Just go ahead and take it. You got it.
Hmm. Yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate the time, man. Thank you for coming out. I know we've been trying to get together for a while, and we finally did it. It's been a great, yo. This has been great.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And you have been when I first started, I was watching your channel and stuff like that. So this is like a nice little full circle moment, and I appreciate everything that you've done in the community, all the time, all the effort, work that you put in, man, and I really appreciate you having me on, especially because you're closing out. I understand why you're doing. It. I hope. maybe a little hiatus and you'll come back.
Maybe I don't know. I thought about it and was like, I, may like I'll probably if I did live, it'll probably be like maybe like one or two every once in a while, but nothing like consecutively. Like that's something
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. Like maybe something like, okay, here's Toy Fair. Like let's talk about reveals from here or
Mm,
something like that. But yeah, it's just time is gonna look good right now.
yeah.
Away from everything. I just gonna need a break.
No,
Well,
totally understandable, man. You've been doing it for a while.
yeah, we'll be back in March, Johnny. I don't know. I'm taking a super long hike.
It's like a long, long one.
Yeah, yo, I have somebody have to keep me abreast of like that and pre-orders for Legends, but other stuff. But man, woo, I'm just, I'm also a little burnt out too. So it's been coming. But also, if you have a 3D printer, you can print these out as well. I know these like everybody was like super excited because Lowe's had these, but then somebody made it on Maker World where you can
Hmm.
stash your accessories for your figures. That's what I'm printing off with. I
Oh,
was like,
nice, man. Were they
yeah,
like little tubs? I'm sorry, there's a delay,
yeah,
so it's like a little like container tub.
yeah. It,
That's a good prop for someone's like a collector, like just lugging out. I
yeah,
take like vapor and put him like he's dragging these like containers out. It's like, isn't that the life of a collector, man? Pretty much.
you know what? For you, we'll talk at the show. We'll talk at the show. But hey, maybe tell the fine folks where they can find you at for me, please.
Oh, yeah. I do a lot of Mezco stuff like news, take photos, dioramas and stuff. So if you want, you can check out Instagram, Facebook at the Toy Page.
There you go. And the great show every Wednesday.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We do a show every Wednesday. It's called the Hangout. We do unboxings and stuff like that. Sometimes we have guests, it's a lot of fun, but we talk about toys just like you and I just did right now.
It is. I always like your conversations on the Hangout. Like they're always like, really good. I don't say much on there. Like I don't say much on online about YouTube page when they're going live, but I
You
enjoy it.
should. You
Actually,
should. You
if
should
you would,
come on. You should come on, man.
I, I'd be honored. Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes. We'd love
You
to
know what?
have you.
It's funny because when I did so everybody was doing their YouTube recap wrap up.
Hmm.
Dang, Blast. It was funny. It was like only one toy YouTube was on there. It was Toy Federation, and that was it. I was like, Dad, I really don't watch. Like everybody's like, yeah, like I see all everybody's list. I'm like, oh man, like all these toy review channels. Like, yeah, I don't. I do when I go to YouTube. I was like, I guess I'm looking for like some wild stuff. Like, so
Yeah,
I watched like things like I'm like, all right, Joe Blow. Okay, yeah. What they talking about today? Oh, what happened
yeah,
with it? Like they do the WTF, like watch today, WTF of the invasion. Like, okay. They explain
yes.
like what happened, what's going on behind the scenes, like how, like what was taking so long, why I was doing this, and who was directing right. And I'm like, okay, this is insightful. Like, okay, I love this.
Yeah,
It, I think again, I get all my toy information from social media. So it's like YouTube is like the very last thing that comes like, I just need a little break.
yeah. Do you think it's because you've been doing it for so long that you kind of that's the way I feel. I've probably overloaded on content from different creators and different people and so now I don't know, maybe it's like you said, you kind of get burnt out with I don't again, no offense to anybody. I don't want to sit and watch somebody like shit on figures for 20 minutes. I'd rather know like, okay, it does this, it does that, or have these conversations like you and I had
Yeah.
about toys and stuff like that. I'd
Yeah.
rather look for that kind of content, but that's just me.
Yeah, and I get it, and I do, and like there are people who do that, and I love it, and I just like, but it's just at this point, it's like when I get on Instagram, Facebook, it's like, all right, And then being in Facebook groups, you're just like, I'm just tired. I can't. Like, what is
Yeah.
it? You see a picture like, well, look what happened with this. Like, oh my goodness. Like, okay, I understand. And even with Reddit, it's like, hey, so I'm like, look at the picture, and they're like, yo,
Yeah, stay hard.
Reddit kills me with this. They're like, they'll take a picture. I'm like, so what are we looking at? What is the problem?
Yeah.
I go in there and I'm like, they still don't stick with the problem is until you go like six like deep and like, oh, there was a little paint scratch on the leg. Oh my goodness.
You know what it is, right? It's engagement, man. Like people like do that, like they make sentences in their description or like, you won't believe in what this figure or what happened to me on this figure, dot 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 dot. So it automatically gets you into the comments to read. That way there's analytics built on that post. Like I don't like I kind of ejected a lot of that stuff. Like if it's clickbait or if it's something like even on YouTube, I don't watch it. I don't pay attention to it. Or if somebody posts something like that where it's just a rant for no reason, I won't look at
Right.
it because all it does is it pushes it up. And it's weird
Yeah.
because I know it sounds like it's conspiracy, but all you're doing is you're like not only training yourself to think like that and go for that
Mhm.
content, but also the algorithm's like, okay, this is what people want to see, so I'm gonna keep pushing it.
Exactly.
Now, I don't want my feed like that. I'd rather just have conversations like you and I had, or I'd like to learn stuff about figures.
Right.
I wish more people did that, like behind the scenes stuff, or talk about their journeys and everything, or like Dom said in the comments, giving like tips and tricks and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that I look for. The other stuff is just it's just noise.
And that's what it truly is. Like, and the one person I do see on like my YouTube shorts is X Corpo. Like he does a lot of that. And I love it.
Yeah, man, he is like, and those are I don't know what his follower count like. Not that it matters, but I mean, those are kind of guys that should have like these big numbers. I
Exactly.
think that content is more valuable to me.
Yeah.
You know, even if I don't have the figure, just the process, and then also
Right.
the fact that if I do get that figure, I'm like that guy. He modded it, so I'll make it a little bit better. I wish there was a more of a rise in that kind of like content. But again, that's a personal preference. That mean it doesn't mean it applies to everybody. So.
And if you are anybody who else and man, if you look for Collector Express is great too. Like he does his lives because he has like other creators who are just like actually like just doing creative work and then but they're having a conversation as well too.
What was this? Hold on. Was it
Collector Express.
Collector
Yeah. Yeah.
Collector Express?
Yeah. I think he goes live on like Sundays or Mondays. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like they're like he'll have like three other guys on there with him, and they're just like you see one guy just doing his sculpting, then the other two just like kind of just making stuff, and he's making like doing his finishing his custom, working on custom or anything. Like
Yeah.
that, hands down, I say one of the best. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, dude, like you should have more like this, your life should be like jam packed with people like watching this happening.
Yeah. It's insightful. It's like and I like the fact that it gives you more of a sense of like what goes on into the figure.
Yeah.
Like everybody is really quick to complain about so I don't like we were talking about in the pre-show. I don't
Mhm.
think a lot of people understand how much work goes into it.
Yeah.
And maybe if they see that, they'll kind of understand the process and understand that, okay, well, maybe it couldn't have been done because it would have added more work, which added more time, which would have added more frustration to a collector saying, why is this taking so long?
Exactly. Like, yeah, there's before we get out of, like Um, there's one I'm working on right now that I got from a Kickstarter. It's Wolf from the. It's like a giant. It's like a werewolf. It's a 1/12 scale werewolf that you can 3D print. They give you the files and you 3D print it.
Yeah.
But man, like trying to get the joints together, and it's like sometimes stuff shrinks.
Yep.
So it's like, all right, cool. And you still got to heat up the parts to hook them up, like
Mm-hmm.
connect them. Unless it's like you can try to do it like right then and there, but then it's
Mm-hmm.
like you still got to heat it up. And it's resin. So you're heating up that resin and it's like kind of hoping it doesn't break. And it's a process. It really is a process. Do I still have
Yeah.
to show a little bit of like,
And you're doing this with one figure.
yeah.
Imagine mass producing it.
So like, yeah, like these things I'm still learning about it. Like, and they give you instructions for it, but still,
Right.
it's like you're like, okay, I still gotta do stuff. I still gotta work on it a little bit, but it's not bad. Little
Yeah,
open,
that looks good. But
you know,
then look at that. Like you printed it, you're still adjusting stuff for everything. And then
yeah,
after that, you're gonna have to paint it.
yeah. So I printed this one out first, and I was like, all right, let me see like where I need to make some changes on it.
Hmm.
But it has decent articulation. I haven't put the legs on it, but the knees are double jointed, arms are double jointed.
Hmm.
Uh, like going forward, like you don't really get that much of a chest range, like, but back you do get a lot of range, but then you have that gap there.
Hmm.
So that's something that I kind of still need to look at. That's why I like, all right, let me print this out first, see what changes need to be made. But yeah, it's stuff like that. And it's like engineering wise, like I can't get this stupid peg in.
You know what? Like if you, I know you say you're gonna like take a break and stuff like that, but those are the kind of videos that I would watch from people because you're going through and not everything is perfect. Not only you explaining what the things that you had to go through to do that, but all the
Right.
pitfalls and everything else like that. I think that gives people a better idea of what's going on and how difficult some of this stuff is. Because I think a lot of times we take it for granted. We're like, oh, that company that makes a lot of money, they should be just nailing this every single time. You're
Yeah.
having this kinds of issues with one figure. Can you, like I said, can you imagine mass producing it?
Yeah.
Hey, all
And
the
that's
QC that you did with that, imagine doing that with 10,000 units. I mean,
yeah.
like that's the kind of content I would like to see people do, like just talk about that stuff and just the process of things, like because it grounds everything a little bit more. Maybe people have a better understanding of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Dom does bring up a good point. I do need to get back up into Refinity creators. Because that was our 3D printing one, 3D printing live show we were doing with me, D Blake, and Detour.
Oh, Diesel, yeah, that guy, man, he's a good. He is a good guy, man.
He is. Steph is
He is. I
Steph.
was, like I was at San Diego. I've heard of him, but I
Mhm.
never met him. Like, when you go to the con, you just kind of meet everybody.
Right.
And I remember he came to the booth and he's like, "Hi, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey man, how you doing?" He said, "Your page?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." I didn't know who he was.
Right.
I just because names people by screen names.
Yeah.
He's like, I was like, "Hey man, enjoy your work and stuff like that." I thought he was cool. And then we did the Mezco meetup, right? And he showed up. And I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "It's cool. Hey, thank you for coming." He's like, "Yeah, man, no problem." And he was in, of course, you get more personal time with people, you're
Yeah.
drinking and stuff like that. And I'm like, this dude is cool as hell. I was
Yeah.
like, I like this guy a lot.
Steph has that personality. It's just like, it's like, I
Yeah.
can't at you. Like,
Yeah. He didn't like it was just a conversation, but he didn't brag about the stuff that he was doing. I was like, hey man, I remember you did this. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, oh yeah, I'm working on this too. And he showed me. And I was like, wow, it was more like bragging. He was just showing me what he did. I was like, man, dude, you have a lot of talent, man. He goes, oh well, thank you. But he was showing me the stuff that he was doing. I'm like, wow, this guy is like he's down to earth. He's very talented. I was
Mhm.
like, it was a great one of those highlight moments you get, when you go to a con. You're like, man, that was great, good guy.
Dom says it right here. A hug from Detour and Young, but at the same time hits like nothing else. He is right.
Oh, he didn't hug me. I'm not special like that. He gave me a handshake and he's like, "Good to meet you." I
But
haven't hit the, I
once
haven't
you get
hit
to
the
know,
hug.
once you get to know, he will. He will. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, like, Steph is amazing. Like, even that when he's at Legion's Con, like the stuff he brings, and he shows me stuff. I'm like, yo, man, he's just
yeah. That's
this
that space
machine.
fighter ship he had. I was like, Jesus, look at this thing. And
Like,
then,
I think what was it? This year was he made like a boat, like almost like
mhm.
a Viking boat. I'm like, you.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap, man. I was like, and he was going through some of the process with me. He was telling me, and because I do bills, but I do foam stuff. It's
Right.
not 3D printing. But he was just telling me, I was like, wow, he's open to his process. I thought that was that's impressed me. You know how everybody's kind of secretive about stuff,
Yeah.
and so
I don't. It's a tough process, and I'm still learning like how to sculpt stuff.
hmm
There's certain things I want to like. Okay, I want to make this and this, but I was like, I don't want to ask everybody to keep doing like trying like, hey, can you do this for me? Like, I would need to learn how
yeah,
to do it myself. So that's why I need to. I'm sitting here learning Nomad sculpt. I'm like, okay, so I can figure out like, all right, I can do this. Like, I have this idea. Let me sketch it out. Cool. Now I can 3D print it. Like, if
yeah,
I didn't do it in like the PLA plastic like this, or if I want to do it in resin, like
hmm
which is going to look better than. And then either one you can like do it in colors, but sometimes like this look a little bit better than like the resin colors because you have like that clear blue, that transparent color, red, yellow, orange. Like you got, I sometimes it looks better in those resin colors. So
yeah. You
all
can
right,
make content just off of that, man.
I could, and it just sometimes it's just I get home late. I'm not gonna lie. So for those who don't know, I get home like about 6:30. My day starts at like 5:30.
Ugh, yeah.
So I'm getting up at 5:30. I have to get to the train, get to work, come back home. Sometimes working in Philly, accept the train, it's not reliable, it's
Mhm.
trash.
Yeah,
New York subway system, then
yeah,
but then come home. By the time I get home at 6:30, I really don't feel like doing anything at that point. Like
yeah.
I'm done. I'm like, yeah. Friday's a little bit different. I get home a little bit earlier, but it's it's
It's
Monday through
work. It's
yeah,
work on top of work.
exactly. And it's like so I come home relax and I sit here and post figures and then I'll sit here and like take a picture and I'm like, oh, I feel like really posting this. I was like, I don't really don't like this. Let me go back in. Like there's one I'm working on right now that I need to finish up. And it's like a scene. It's with the new I call him tracksuit daredevil.
Oh yeah, yeah, the Frank Miller one, the all black one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
picked that
love
one
that.
up, man. Oof, gosh, yeah.
But I'm trying to like it's a little bit of a story I'm telling from like picture to like from each shot that I'm doing.
hmm
So I need to finish that up. I need to finish that. Gotta do that. And then it's just like I gotta do my top figures of this year, 2025. It's just it's like there's figures I
Never
want
enough
to open.
time. There's
It
never
is.
enough time.
And there's other figures I want to open and play with, but I'm just like, I gotta get this set up. I'm like, I gotta get some displays set up. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, it's like, why does everything cost money? Like, why can't
Don't worry, it won't in the future. Well, AI is gonna take over everything. We'll have robots.
oh
You'll be instead of people complaining about shipping and everything like that, you'll be printing out your own figures and painting and doing all that stuff. They may even have a paint booth where it does it all for you. You just order
exactly.
it, you print it up, and it's yours, and you don't have to complain about anything. And you play with figures and do everything that you want to do because AI is taking over everything. Nobody
Exactly.
have jobs.
And that's how we get Sentinels and Terminators.
Yeah, imagine that you get to print all the back old stuff that you ever wanted because they'll make files for it.
Oh my goodness. That'd be great. They're like, figure
You'll be You get to print out your Fing Fang Foom fig that you've been wanting to know that they don't sell or you don't want to pay for aftermarket.
oh my goodness. That'd be wild. All right, Paige. I won't hold you up anymore. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. I hope you all have a great the rest of 2025. Enjoy the rest of this month. Happy holidays to you all. And again, thank you, Paige, for hanging out with me. It's been fun. It's been really fun.
It has been. Thank you, man. I appreciate you inviting me on. I had a great time. Thank you, man.
You're welcome. All right. And until then, I'll see y'all in 2026.